No.
Then please, you're making me uncomfortable with what you're saying.
Nah. He's just discovered we've been enlightened on the truth about you, the esoteric truth, the deep Joe lore.
We have the we are playing games, please leave veto, but yeah, I don't think it's gone to that point yet.
No, he's not disruptive enough.
Just before I head off, Net Narrator and Powers Catch Up. Have you guys joined that Gilded server I've made?
No, not yet.
I have.
I'll send you guys the invite for it.
I was gonna say I don't think I was that active in the last one. I was posting a couple of Ukraine stuff because I've been following it along.
Gilded server. What the hell? What the hell?
It's Dragoon's server for other things that I was invited to.
It does sound interesting, mate.
Gilded is like a Discord clone.
Yeah.
Do you want me? Should I invite Joe Mama?
Sure. No, it's not Joe Mama. It's Joseph.
Joseph Stalin.
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, I do share the same first name with a fucking brutal dictator. But
Well,
that ain't on me.
I can point to worse things.
Killed well over 60 million of his own people, causing a genocide worse than what actually happened in World War II.
Yeah, we might be seeing that again.
Bruh, I'll tell you right now. Given the effects of this COVID shit with forcing children to not be able to, children have actually been learning to speak later and later in life because of the masks that people have been wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's going to cause. It's part of it.
Because of that. It's because they've been stuck at home and haven't been able to learn the fashion way. Not because of the masks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's more than one reason.
Government rules. If you're gonna make a complaint about government rules, just get it right.
Hey, come on, be nice.
What my main point was going to be is that you're going to raise a generation of sociopaths that think that genocide on a Stellaris scale is okay and is cool. And I am very scared for future.
Nah, the future's gonna.
They said that about the baby boomers a while back with some other shit, right?
Nah, the boomers
Unfortunately, they were right.
Yeah.
The boomers are genocidal.
Nah.
Yeah, they've literally destroyed an entire civilization.
Yeah, well, not in a cool way either. They're doing it in the gayest way possible.
Literally.
We're starting on fast?
Yes.
Apparently we are.
Based.
Oh god, people can't hear me on your stream, can they?
Yes, they can, Dragoon. What controversial topics would you like to talk about in front of the Twitch audience?
Welcome to the internet.
Welcome to my streams.
So I've been looking at this guy called Mr. Dan Pena recently, and apparently it's really easy to get yourself a line of credit. Apparently all you have to do is basically just go in and ask. Obviously you can't go in looking like a bum. Where are the questions? Like, I literally got a list of questions. Ask them if they're in a lending mode. If so, secured or unsecured. After that, you ask once you've asked secured or unsecured, you ask them how much they can do it. But then you also ask, are they the ones that are doing it? If so, you can go through them, or is it the committee? If it's a committee, if no more than two. If it's more than two, go find another bank. There's no point in even bothering trying, because you don't want to have to. Oh, another thing is you want to make sure you stay away from cooperatives, like cooperative banks, where they pool their money together. Just because it adds more and more layers on top of it. I thought that was rather interesting. Yeah, that's talking about how to get it's talking about how to get an unsecured line of credit. So one guy managed to get himself 20 lines of credit equal to 50,000 each, all unsecured. So he managed to get an unsecured line of credit worth $1 million.
Damn.
Which I thought was Yeah, that was quite impressive in my opinion.
Did he manage to run away with it, or what?
Isn't that gonna massively harm the economy in the long run if everyone does that?
It depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it to buy basically to throw away at consumables, then yes, it will. But if you're doing it for what this is, it's basically a acquisition with business roll-ups. You build a board of directors or your dream team, and then you what's the wording?
So basically,
Through
it's
that board of
business startup, is what you're saying.
no, not business data. No. You basically pick say dentist practices, roll a bunch of dentist practices to professionalize it, fix up your back of stuff because you've always got stuff that is being spent on money. Like people aren't actually doing work, being paid full salaries, and you set up in such a way where put under a holding company and they just sell it to a bigger conglomerate or what's the word? Do an IPO. Sell as an IPO.
Hmm.
It's very interesting though, QLA. That's what it's from. Yeah, I definitely recommend having a look at it. What else is there? Why what?
I didn't hear it. Like, no, you said what? What? You said something. Way. I didn't hear the something bit.
Oh yeah, QLA.
Said-
It's
QA or
QLA.
QLA. Yep, QLA.
Oh, QLA. Okay. It
Q
sounded
for
like you were saying.
Qantas. Yeah, Q for Qantas,
Oh.
L for Lolly, and A for Apple. Yep.
Sure, that
Yep.
works.
For the
Let me just
record,
note
I
some-
support financial crime.
I technically work in that field, so let's. I haven't left my company yet, so I won't talk about how to get away with financial crime because I know quite a bit about that.
No. What I was watching this thing. It was about the founder of Al Qaeda and how he.
Net, did you sign an NDA?
Nope.
Ooh.
And because my company's making us redundant, the NDAs are void, I believe. Anyway, even if I did, but I didn't start in that way, so I don't need to sign anything. I think it's mainly the engineers and the tech guys that need to do that.
Who wants to learn about painless, fast suicide?
No, thank you. Definitely not. That's not something I can have on Twitch. I'm sorry, viewers. You'll have to go for the painful way instead. I'm not going to have that on the channel. Fucking hell, dude. Why do you know this shit?
You don't mind DMing me that
Okay.
one?
I'll have it.
Don't DM it to Joe either. Please don't.
I won't tell you how to commit painless, fast suicide, but there's a reason your mother told you not to breathe the helium balloons in.
I get it. Alright, I'm gonna order 1,000,000. I'm gonna order 1,000 helium balloons. Be right back.
Okay.
He doesn't know that actually. There's a little more to it than that, which I'm not going to elaborate.
Probably for the best.
Jane,
Not that
just
much
DM me
more.
later. DM me it later. It's interesting information.
Fucking hell. Joe, I still need you as an admin. You can't do that kind of stuff yet.
Here's another one.
Joe.
Religion versus religion. Bankers, quote, brackets versus everyone. Psychopaths versus schizophrenics. Fungus hive minds versus parasitic hive minds. True schizo moment.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the hell? How to escape?
Oh, I see you watch Stephen He as well. I see you watch Stephen He as well.
Who? What? When?
Stephen
Where?
He.
And why?
That guy who did the that guy who did like the like
Funny.
why Asians aren't haunted by ghosts and like all the different funny Asian videos. You know, especially
Different Asian videos. Joe, you racist.
Bruh.
it's literally what he calls it, and he himself is Asian, so it is fine.
Okay, he's got the pass.
Talk about racism.
I'm sorry.
You,
Is this
you-
a white guy telling who has and does not have the pass?
Yes.
Talking about red,
Go ahead.
tell me if I'm wrong. You are uncivilized if you are lactose intolerant. Change my
Exactly.
mind.
Exactly.
I mean, are you saying Italians are uncivilized? Because technically they did have lactose intolerance.
Italians aren't people.
Disavow.
Neither-
I disavow.
No. It's a little more elaborate than that. Is it South Italians or North Italians we're talking about?
Well,
Because
I mean,
not all Italians are the same.
South Italians are black people in whiteface,
Oh,
and
fucking
North
hell.
Italians are white people in blackface.
If people treat me wrong,
Red pilled very hard here.
I think we're going on full. Well, we're not quite going on full of black pill here, but yeah, I think we're gonna get the banned pill here.
Oh god.
This is obviously jokes.
I know. However,
You know,
we know how bad Twitch is with their censorship and their ban hammers. So I would appreciate it if you didn't try to get me banned before I finally get off my ass and do the YouTube channel.
Alright, how about this? I'll recommend some books.
No.
As long can it not start with mine and then with Kampf? I would really like to avoid that.
I was about to say. I was literally about to make that joke.
Yeah, okay, might not even be a joke. I go on. What book dare I ask?
Culture of Critique.
Okay,
I think I've heard of that one.
Actually, let me. Okay, I'll actually get up. I'll actually get up a proper list. Give me a second. What are they called? Have any of you or your audience heard of the comedy series called Murdoch? If you look up murdoch.net on your computer, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able
I was going to say there's only one person watching it. That reminds me, I haven't actually announced that we're playing on Twitch. One sec.
Bruh.
I can't believe it.
Congratulations.
Delinquent.
Congratulations.
Delinquent.
So, there's the 88 Percepts by David Lane, A History of Central Banking and the Enslavement of Mankind by Stephen Milford Goodson.
All of those sound genuinely interesting from a history perspective.
All right, there we go.
I'm being careful not to say some of these because it's AH versus the J World Order. You can figure that out. Basic Economics by Thomas Sowell. Bowling Alone, Milton Friedman's Capitalism and Freedom. George Lincoln Rockwell, Collected Works. Cosmotheism. It's a bit cringe after some of the stuff I've learnt though. Democracy, The God That Failed. Europa, The Last Battle. Mr. Funny Uncle in Germany during 1936 Table Talks. Industrial Society and Its Future. Letters from a Stoic. Gottfried Feder's...
Industrial Society and its future, isn't that Karl Marx?
No, that's Ted Kaczynski.
He makes some... He's actually pretty good. Like, yeah. Yeah, he actually... He doesn't go enough into race, in my opinion, because race does play a large component in any society. But he actually is not a bad. It's not a bad read.
Race doesn't, culture does.
Okay, culture is downstream from
Race,
ethnicity, and
culture.
if you race is downstream from culture is downstream from race. You cannot create, ethnicity is just how to put it. You
Fancy
have.
word for race.
No, it's not a fancy word for race because Germans and French are separate ethnicities, right? But they are of the same race. I'm not going to say what kind of race because I imagine I'd probably get in trouble just for saying the word. Gottfried Feder Manifesto for the Abolishment of Interest Slavery. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
I recommend that one.
Yeah. The problem I actually have, Marcus Aurelius, he's a Stoic, right?
Yeah.
I actually have a problem with the Stoic philosophy because I understand it and it is good, but the problem is when the average pleb tries to apply it to themselves and their life, is you end up with a situation where they will not try and change things that they do actually have control over, and I'll end up bleeding into things where they absolutely have control over it, like something as simple as changing a flat tire.
You're
But
saying
because
the problem with it is not you, it's other people.
No, he's saying the
What?
problem with it is not the. He's saying the problem with the philosophy is not the philosophy. The flaws are not that of the philosophy, but that of those who try to enact it.
Because they end up essentially taking a more nihilistic point of view. Yeah, misinterpreting and becoming more. Yeah. So the problem is that they just become very nihilistic. Yeah, Metaphysics of War by Julius Evola. Might is Right by Ragnar Redbeard. Apparently he's actually a New Zealander, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Ragnar Redbeard sounds like a fucking Norse guy.
It does sound like a Viking.
That is intentional. That's not actually his real name. That's a pen name.
Fair
to hide
enough.
his identity. But on the J Words and Their Lies by Martin Luther, Protestantism or Reformation.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, not King.
No, the original
No,
Martin Luther
no.
that brought about
Yeah, I know
Protestantism.
I know it's a different Martin Luther, but I was
Not that guy,
I
no.
was making a point there to make sure that everyone else knew. Oh shit!
I was going to say, that'd be an awkward red pill.
I just had a very surprising tempo. Like my lights pretty much shut off randomly, so I was a bit concerned about that.
You need
Oswald
help.
Mosley. Here you go. Oswald Mosley, Europeans. Apparently that's a documentary. Yes. What's your point?
Fascism
Living.
is not a good way of living.
Yeah, I'm sure that the system that you're... Because I assume you're British, and I assume the system that you're currently under is so much better.
It is actually. We make a lot of jokes about complaining, but it's a lot. But we all know it could be so much worse.
And remember, guys, don't walk alone if you're a woman in London.
Actually, that's not quite.
What if I identify as a woman? Does that count?
Actually, so what I understand from under Islam, it is actually okay for a man to identify as a woman under Islam, but he has
Really?
to transition.
Huh.
Yeah, they actually have no problem with transgender. They
I
have
had no
problem with
idea.
Gays, but yeah, they have no problem with transgender, but you have to transition, and they'll help you with that by cutting your cock off.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'll abandon that line of thought.
Exactly.
No, my point is right. You're basically trying to say that London is under Sharia, which isn't quite true.
I'm not. I'm not saying London.
We do actually.
Yeah, hi, guys.
Oh, hey man, how you doing?
How are you doing,
We do
guys?
actually charge people to do that shit, mate. We
No,
do
no.
charge them.
It's not under, London. London is not under Sharia law. Britain itself is under globalization, globo homo, for lack of a better term.
I was going
Perfect term.
I mean, I would like to interject there and say, I mean, have you been here? Do you live here? Do you have ties here?
No.
I mean, I understand. It's easy to say things when you're, on the other side of the world, but
Maybe sort out your own problems first.
I'm not necessarily saying that, but everyone has a different perspective, and I'm just saying the further away you are, the more more or less likely your perspective is close to the reality. I mean, I do agree that in many parts in my country, especially because I actually live in London, there is a heavy Muslim presence. Do I believe they're the whole? Do I believe they're taking over? Not really. I do think it's gotten quite bad, but I don't think it's going to get much worse.
It's not.
Maybe there's a little hope in there. I get that, but no, that's good about interjection there.
The enemies of your nation, fly under the rainbow flag, and I'm not suggesting LGBT. I'm suggesting that this globo homo force their flag is the rainbow flag.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call all of them organised. Definitely there's a driving force behind it, but they're not. I don't think they're as organised as what you're implying.
Wait. What are we talking about?
Dragoon is.
There's always going to be organised and militarised versions of what during of the people trying to fight for their rights, right?
Dragoon's been given up.
Can I please finish what I'm saying?
Let's Joe finish and then Dragoon, you can come back.
Yeah, I was going to say, right, during any struggle for, civil liberties and other similar things, there will always, and I mean always, be on both sides groups that seem violent and militarized. Just look at the Black Panther.
Black Lives Matter, yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, not Black Lives Matter.
I would say Black Lives Matter, yes.
Martin Luther King's movement.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the Malcolm X and Mr. King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how they say terrorism doesn't accomplish anything? I'd like to.
I think it does.
No, I'd like to counterject that with women's rights. That's all.
Wait.
We're going up to the deep end, I
Okay,
think.
now we've approached the you're doing too much distracting shit while we're playing the game thing.
I would just say yes. You said your bits. Let's not get too. Let's not get into ban territory for me at the moment.
Okay. Do we keep recommending books then?
You're already about.
I couldn't quite catch that.
150 miles. You're already 150 miles into ban territory borders, mate.
Me? Yes, probably.
What you can do right now is damage.
Bruh, Dragoon's mere existence is ban-worthy. Change my mind.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you're welcome. It's like you're entitled to your opinions, and I'm happy to hear them. But I don't necessarily agree with you all the time on that. And I'm sure other people will say that as well. Equally, I might say some things you disagree with as well. I mean, I'm sure we have possibly differing opinions on the Ukrainian conflict.
Yes, I think that actions on all sides are justified.
Oh, trust me. Right now, Ukraine is fully at the mercy of Mr. Putin.
I doubt it.
Let's put it this way. Right now,
surrounding Kiev right now. Nah, they actually are.
it is.
Yeah, did everyone?
It's like.
Did everyone forget the fact that siege? No, what is it? Urban warfare sucks. Why do urban warfare when one can just siege a city, stop food and water from coming in? Because you got to remember, we use the just-in-time system, the JIT system, which means that, and that's due to your globo-homo bullshit. Modern cities can't really last without constant imports of food and water, and if you cut them off,
it's not even that.
But
go
ahead.
Starving a city, it's one of the options. However, Putin has even worse options available to him.
Well, I was going to say that potentially, potentially, if Kiev is under siege, the Russians are having the exact same problem. They're being choked. They're being starved. Their suppliers are fucked. And also, if you put it this way, if NATO forces are able to give the Ukrainian army weapons and stuff, don't you think they're going to give them MREs and shit as well? I mean, I think there will be a period of them holding out. It's just a case of endurance now. But I do agree with what you're saying. But I do think that the Ukrainians have prepared for it a bit more than you're implying.
Well, I do know that the Russians are ready to sweat out the sun.
Yes, I know you love Mr. Putin and all of that, but honestly, I think this is a great opportunity to stamp Putin out. Either enact a coup, get someone better him.
Lockheed, aren't you a fucking globalist working for corporations to make their systems more efficient?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Lovely
what
person.
the fuck is
the
this?
exact opposite of a globalist. Putin is the exact opposite of a globalist. He's an imperialist.
Let's put it this way. The way I view the situation. Let's put it this way. The way I view the situation in Ukraine is not from the perspective, oh, I support Putin or I support NATO. I just see it objectively. And there are a lot of good pretext, especially when they are starting throwing justifications for invasion of Ukraine. I'm just looking at them. You know, they have more just reasons for invasion of Ukraine compared to what the United States did to Iraq in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're possibly
For
right.
starters- Yeah, for starters, one of
I
them
mean,
is its
but,
neighbor.
but the funniest part, the biolabs. I know that those biolabs never were developing weapons like bioweapons for actually using them, because those biolabs were there for like tracking the pathogens and like trying
Yeah.
to counteract those pathogens. However, how can you prove that your experiments were more of a like humanitarian rather than offensive? So
How can
The burden of proof is on the one making good.
How can Putin prove that he didn't order troops to shoot at the firefighters at the nuclear plant?
I was going to say the proof is on the one making the accusation. That's the burden of proof is on the one making the accusation. So I mean, Putin, you know, prove we were developing weapons, but on the other hand, we do have footage of injured civilians and bombed buildings.
well,
And we have some. I believe there is one video from one of the firefighters at a nuclear plant they were able to upload before they got taken.
They-
Show
from what I
shows the
from what-
Russian
I would-
forces shooting at the.
Here's a good quote.
Let Joe finish.
From what I understand, they didn't they were damaging more of a non-critical support structures rather than the reactor itself.
Not from what I've heard.
I mean, it's
A good quote
I
to
know-
remember is absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
The other interesting thing, I just talked to my Russian friends, and they were talking about like what was happening inside of Russia. Essentially, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, all those brands, they wanted to sort of stop their activities in Russia. However, like they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna close up," and everything sort of stuff like that.
yeah, you're in trouble now. You fucked around with the American embassy.
And from what I understand, they decided to roll back this kind of activities because, like, what the Russians said, it's like, oh yeah, you can quit, sure, you can go, but we're gonna nationalize every single branch and every single production that you have there.
Yeah, but
After
in,
that, like, and after that, McDonald's and Coca-Cola were like, yeah, we're not getting out of Russia.
yeah, but that's the thing. The Russian currency is in tatters. Who's going to suffer more if Russia nationalizes assets? If Russia nationalizes European assets and NATO assets, or if NATO countries nationalize Russian assets? I think
They already practically froze
Yeah.
the Russian assets.
that's the thing. We've already enacted sanctions.
Use them for our sanctions.
So, in the Russian perspective, they already see it as the loss. They don't expect to ever gain anything back. So at the moment, it's sort of like.
But that's the thing.
Let's put it this way: the problem with Russia is not Iran. Russia is very much capable of being self-sufficient. That's the biggest problem.
I mean, are they? I mean, their economy is in the shitter. It will take time, but the fact is, it is hitting them hard now.
By that logic, Britain is fully capable of self-sufficiency.
We are technically. I mean, every country is theoretically self-sufficient and capable of being self-sufficient, but is it the best option? I mean, I certainly don't think so. I mean,
No, it's definitely not a best option.
can
It's
Russia?
definitely-
Yeah, can Russia make enough food for that?
How many aliens how many species did you put in this fucking?
Usual
What?
that we always have. It's like six.
And
There's so many right near my fucking home.
Oh God,
Could be a federation.
there's always something.
And the other interesting thing about the other thing that the Russians did, they said that in terms of the intellectual property regarding the softwares.
Oh yeah, they're saying piratal, which is pretty much what they do anyway, along with China.
Well, they said they're gonna go pirate. The credit card systems definitely did hit them because my friends cannot buy shit from Steam. Steam is still active.
Yep.
There are ways to buy shit from Steam. Like
Putin is relying on cryptocurrency, but I think that's being unreliable because that's the thing. Putin doesn't have the power over that. It's Western countries that do.
The
Western
cryptocurrency,
countries.
nobody has, like, in terms of when it comes to Bitcoin, nobody has power over Bitcoin.
NATO-affiliated countries have managed to seize quite a bit so far, from what I've been reading. Like I will admit, is a good system to get around the sanctions and stuff like that. It's why they're specifically going for that. But NATO does have the capacity to counter it. I've been working in finance. There's a lot of stuff. There's a reason why most companies, international companies, do not work with crypto, and that's why because they're financially regulated.
Don't underestimate how much. Don't underestimate central banks and wanting to control shit as much as possible. They will go to extraordinary lengths to maintain their current control, even if it isn't direct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Russia's trying to do at the moment. They're basically they stop the markets, so there's no trading. The central bank is, they're trying to do their thing, and basically the NATO financial goal, is to crash that central bank and to completely crash the Russian economy, so it won't be able to keep going. I mean, sure. I mean, Russia seizes a bunch of McDonald's, fine, but can they buy everything needed to run it? Can they afford to run it? Probably not.
That's the thing.
Wait. You tell.
That's
Do you reckon
that's
they'll
the problem.
continue?
One at a time. Everyone's talking at once. Dragoon, if you say your bit first, and then Lockheed if you come in.
So you're telling me that the Russian ruble has gone down the shitter and is now dirt cheap? We should all buy Russian ruble for when this war is over and the economy gets back on track.
Not at all, because not at all.
There are no guarantees.
Not at all, especially right now. I was going to say not at all, especially right now, because there's going to be increased sanctions on Russia. Purely because the war's been carrying
More
on.
importantly, that will spike the value of the Russian ruble.
No,
I'm
no, it won't.
fairly sure.
It'll-
I'm fairly sure six retards on the internet spending a couple $100 each won't fucking
Yep.
spike the ruble.
Yep, Dragoon is onto something. But Dragoon is
Six retards.
Joe,
However many
Joe, don't interrupt me. What Dragoon is describing is something called the dead cat bounce. Okay? It's dropping. Okay, it's dead. It hits the ground and then it bounces up slightly because of the momentum, gravity, whatever. I don't know the science behind it, but it's still dead. It's just gonna flat back down. So Dragoon is absolutely right. Some idiots are gonna try and think, oh, this is a great idea. The currency is gonna shoot back up. No, it's not. Like they think it's a great opportunity, but it will not.
I'm not suggesting it's going to go back up tomorrow. I'm suggesting it'll go back up in like 6, maybe like 12 months. After this war and after all this shit is cooled down. Assuming they stick with the current currency they actually have. And they don't just
That's the
make a new
thing.
currency.
Will they stick with the currency?
That's assuming they don't just make a new currency backed by gold, which is actually what I think they're going to do.
Yeah, I figured they were going to go to the yuan instead, China's currency.
Well, I think the worst.
Maybe temporarily.
Temporarily, yes, but they cannot rely on the ruble at all. Like the ruble's garbage. Like there's probably a bunch of African economies that are doing better than ruble right now.
Well, the state of the currency is not exactly the state of the economy at the moment, because the value of ruble, like there are certain things. It's like the value of ruble is dropping because everybody's selling it right now. However, it doesn't mean that the state of the Russian economy is so dire that it cannot sort of cannot keep their population. What is it? Fed and running on, like keeping their. Right now, I mean, hey, we haven't been starving since the 50s.
You're not Russia, you're Kazakhstan.
As a part of the Soviet Union, we haven't been starving since the 50s. The last starvation actually was during the Holodomor and during the World War II.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, we've not been starving since since way before then, because we were never under communism.
Well, you've never been starving. Actually, you've never been starving.
That's correct.
Well, no, there was famines and stuff.
Like I have no doubt there were famines, but I mean, is Kazakhstan more rural? That might be why they survived. But say in the big cities, probably not.
By big cities, we don't mean Kazakhstan. We don't mean like 5 million cities. We mean 10 million plus cities, kind of, big
No.
cities.
But if you're talking about the big cities, they would have definitely starved because, well, they don't get enough food delivered there. I mean, the farmers are going to take care of themselves, and in the more rural spots, they're going to get access to the food first.
cities are inherently black holes of resources.
No.
They
Not exactly.
yes.
Of resource, it
Yes.
depends how you would define a resource. Because in many cities, the service industry is predominant. In some cases, you will get secondary production facilities, but as far as primary production goes, no.
Last time I checked, you can't. Last time I checked, you can't feed your family on a massage parlor, and you can't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Back
You,
to the
you know what I mean.
game, because
What is it? But the Russians are one of the largest grain production worldwide.
Are
That's
you
true.
around Demons Moor? Have you gone to Demons Moor, the black hole? There's an AI there.
Oh, I see you there.
and It's got the
Hello, Joe.
Hello,
wait.
Dex.
Joe
Oh.
Mama.
You said Demons Mall? Locating.
Oh, come on. No.
Anyway, so I'm right next to Joe this time, trying to build up my fleets.
Using space magic. Oh, come on, Net. No, I'm not going to be aggressive against you.
Well, will you be defensive against me? We'll see.
What- what is this
You're
with this-
aggressive against me.
Sorry.
With this Uiguri pacifism, you gotta be fucking balls to the walls, absolute total war, make Hitler look
I'm
like a
not
warmonger.
going to be. I'm not going to be.
Sometimes
I'm
you.
not going to be batshit insane. I'm not going to be Putin either, which is what you're.
Joe is gonna be submissive.
I did not think that in my mind.
I'm going to be ready for a fight, but not wanting to start one.
For the record, Putin is holding back. Okay, what they're currently doing is not Russian doctrine.
There's a good reason for that. He's not doing very well right now.
Russian
Let's put this
doctrine.
with-
Do you know what Russian doctrine is? Level it with fucking ungodly amounts of artillery, and then
That's
walk
true.
in with tanks. And
Yeah, but what's happening to the tanks? What is happening to the
Actually-
tanks?
Actually,
they're
the
being,
thing is,
they're being shot at by partisans.
They're also being taken by the Ukrainians.
With javelins. With javelin anti-tank. Okay.
Not that. They're also being stolen. They are being abandoned and they are being taken by the Ukrainians. Now, if I was the Russians, I'd probably set up a couple of traps here and there. But it doesn't change the fact that the Russian tanks are now in the hands of the Ukrainians. They're going to be used against the Russians. So it's not always that simple.
A tank is not something. A tank is not a gun. It's a weapon system. It's not simple to use a tank.
well, the Ukrainians are trained to use the Russian equipment. Never forget, they were part of the
They're
Soviet
tr-
Union.
They do have a lot of
Trained
Russian
to-
equipment already. Go ahead, Trigrim.
They're trained to use, like, referring to the civilian element. They're trained to use small. They're not trained to use the weapon systems.
The Russian,
Maybe artillery.
the biggest mistake the Russians did, they during their initial assault, when they used their cruise missiles, the biggest problem that they did, they went soft on the Ukrainian army. They didn't target their barracks, filled with infantry, filled with personnel.
I mean, this isn't Age of Empires. Like, the army's not just gonna crowd into the barracks or anything like that. And it's mainly civilian resistance rather than an actual Ukrainian standing army.
You gotta remember.
Go ahead.
Not. I was about to say fucking Hitler. Putin wants to take. He wants to take both Ukraine's civilian infrastructure and population, and he wants to take their military intact. He
Yep.
doesn't want to obliterate it. If he wants to obliterate it, it would have already been obliterated.
Yes,
It
that's
would
true.
be, the war would be over already if he wanted to obliterate it, but he doesn't. He's
Absolutely.
very clear in his actions. And yes, people might say that we're unbelievably unprepared for this because the lack of maintenance on something as simple as driving your trucks around to make sure that the rubber on your tires doesn't crystallize. It's clear that there's huge amounts of corruption, but welcome to Russia. Corruption is part and parcel in this place. It's literally the most corrupt developed economy in the entire world. There's
That's-
nowhere else in the world that is more corrupt. It is literally the most corrupt.
Yeah.
You need a corruption in fucking Russia, but even then, the people who are supposed to deal with corruption will end up becoming corrupt themselves.
Yep.
Well, the beautiful thing about war, it tends to, let's put it this way,
Bring
if
to
you
light
are
the corruption.
it's not only bring, like, it tends to, like, how do I put it? If you're not going all out, if you're not going full meritocracy, like getting shit done, war will teach you to do so, or you will die.
Yeah, war is the ultimate. War is the ultimate teacher. I can't remember who said that, but it was someone rather important.
You and your famous quotes from famous people whose names you can't remember. But yeah, I do understand that. But you know, it's not so simple. I mean, I think Putin was expecting a stomp because of what happened with Crimea. But with Crimea, yeah, I mean, with Crimea, they just overthrown the government. There wasn't any control over the army or anything like that.
Of no doubt, Putin did not expect such fierce resistance. This
Yeah.
definitely a case. But it's like he didn't expect that, but I wouldn't say that he.
Oh no, he's two balls in deep now to back off.
Yeah.
But
No, that right now is like what I'm saying is, longer it will last, the worse things gonna get.
absolutely,
What-
he is going to try and say be as brutal as possible, demoralize. That is his strategy right now. And at the moment,
See, the
all
problem
the,
is, that's
not
not going to
yet, not
demoralize.
yet.
That's going to galvanize.
Oh, you have no fucking.
we don't know. Well, do you have any idea,
I have
Lockheed?
no idea. It's like, let's put it this way: once you're gonna start seeing a lot of people die, a lot of body bags, people will gonna start wondering, like, maybe we should surrender. It's
Yeah, you gotta remember. Yeah, Net Narrator. You gotta remember these are Slavs, not Brits. If they see a bunch of people buried under rubble, their reaction is not gonna be, "Oh, we're going to kick their ass now." Their reaction is gonna be, "Oh my god, my family."
I mean that's already happened. It has already happened. Like we've had a lot of people have lost their families and all that, but they're still fighting.
they're fighting for now.
Yeah, because
Sure,
as
but
far as
will the Russians
as
keep
far as-
fighting? Because the Russians have lost a lot as well. I mean, are the Russians?
That's what I was going to say.
The thing
And
about
when you're
Gonna
the
keep going?
aggressor, when you're on the offensive and the aggressor, such losses take an even heavier impact on morale.
let's put it this way: Russians can deal with unpopular war far better than the West.
Well, I don't know. We dealt with Afghanistan and Iraq, all right. Well, as from the government point of view.
No, but from a people point of view, Ukraine is in the West. Ukraine is a microcosm somewhere between the West and Russia.
Yeah, there's a symbol that our sphere of influence is now greater.
Well,
But I mean, it's very very simple for me. Russia is an enemy of the UK, and I hope they get fucking wrecked.
oh yeah, I mean,
What?
okay, fair
Here's a
point.
question.
That's
Here's a question.
like as
What?
Why?
Questioning why Russia's an enemy of the UK, the assassinations.
Poisoning our people. They keep poisoning our people. Salisbury, for example.
Yeah, there
And
were.
that guy a while back who got poisoned by plutonium.
Yep, that's a couple of assassination attempts. Some of them have attacked UK civilians.
People on our soil. They keep flying their jets into our territory, right? And that's not even a bit that annoys me. The bit that annoys me is they ignore all British ATC to the point where they almost crash into each other, civilians, military traffic.
Yeah, and now we're making them pay for it by sending them NATO equipment, and we've got volunteers going over there as well.
that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
Let me. How do I put this? If you don't like them poisoning your nation and people, can I introduce to an ethno-religious group that seems to have out against the British Empire? Oh wait, you're not the British Empire anymore. You're now London's bitch. City of London's bitch, particularly.
We want to be. We try our best not, but they have all the fucking power. And I'm sorry to say this now. I'm sorry to say this because I know you live in London, but I don't like London as an institution.
That's fair enough.
Dumb. It has all the power of England, right?
And before anyone says, "Oh, it has all the power of Britain as well," remember, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland all have their own individual devolved parliaments. They don't have the same.
But
power,
they all answer to the big one.
They do have power. England does not. And if it did, I would argue the capital of I would argue that building, that parliamentary building, should not be in London. London should be the UK one. England, if it were to have one, should have it be in, for example, in my opinion, York or Lincoln or any of the other
Manchester, I suspect.
important historical areas. Manchester's sort of meh historically. compared to Lincoln and York.
I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about, you know, the British Empire. I'm more talking about, like, current stuff. Like,
British Empire either. I'm talking about political and I'm talking about politics and history and how both York and Lincoln have played pretty much an equally large role in that as London itself.
sure. I mean, I understand that. I mean, London has a lot of investment in it. There's a
like 400, 500 years ago, Lincoln was vying for capital versus London.
yeah, and now it's not. I mean, I understand. I understand why you don't like London as a system. I do believe, politically wise, we should focus on improving our other cities as well. I mean, don't put all your eggs in one basket and all that.
Dragona, I'm also kind of wondering, how is the gas prices in the United States?
He's Australian.
Oh,
I'm
he's
Australian.
Oh, I
And
see.
right now it is, if last I checked today, it was like $2 a litre.
I'm gonna
Which
go.
is fucking huge.
It is.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm not that worried about Europe suffering from the high gas prices, but like United States, the entire country runs on cars.
It's true, but they're not without their own resources. They do have
That's true.
a
that's true,
backlog,
that's true.
and they do have their own resources they can draw from.
Oh,
He's
No,
saying
I'm
fun.
not worried
Yeah,
that
Our
they don't
country's
have.
flooded.
One at a time, for fuck's sake. Chill out. Right, sorry. Who's next?
I was gonna say,
Joe, go ahead.
I was going to
Joe
say,
Obama.
even though we do rely a little bit on Russian oil and gas, and by a little bit I mean a little bit compared to Europe, the rest of Europe, Britain, not only do we have much more reliance on alternate energy sources compared to places like Germany, and not only are we moving much
Oh, I'm
faster
pissed at
than
the
most
Germans,
towards
yeah.
things like electric and hybrid vehicles, which work actually pretty well in the UK because we're a small, rich nation, but easily able to afford the infrastructure. But that's beside the point.
I mean,
The
if the Germans
point I'm making is, for example, Net, did you hear about that whole thing like past couple of days where
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Parliament, but some part of the UK government has greenlit the restarting of fracking operations.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Like we have our own resources, so
Plus we're moving in on regaining control of some of our oil.
Ketchup,
Well,
I'm
Oh, yeah.
gonna talk to you in game 2, alright?
What?
I'm gonna talk to you in game 2. I've got a couple of questions.
wait, are you in the game?
Are they plotting something?
No,
He's not even in the game.
Please don't take people who are in the game away from the game chat. That's not productive.
No, but I think Dragoon, you were saying something in response to me saying flat out that Russia is our enemy, and I want them to get stomped.
Would you? You guys are an island nation. You need resources, but you have a large population, and you have the history and you have the knowledge of manufacturing. Like, you're Britain. You need resources. Russia has resources. Why can't you be
Russia
friends?
also has
You-
a fascist plutocrat.
I was going to say, what Dragoon's saying to me specifically. The simple fact that Russia is an enemy.
Why?
They keep making themselves their enemies by poisoning our
There was...
and infiltrating our airspace.
Yeah, it's belligerent actions by the Russians for one, including the assassinations, which make us like as far as Europe relations with Russia go, Russia hates Britain the most because of our I suspect it's from Putin from our intelligence services. because a lot of the information on Russia is provided by us. But that is an interesting point. The whole "why can't we be friends" thing. I think it's just what's happened in the past, and it's just old grudges and rivalries. I mean, there was. I was going to say there was a story about a very interesting one right in the days of the Cold War. It was I think it was an American schoolgirl who wrote a letter to the Russian president at the time, basically saying that. But why do we hate each other? Why can't we be friends? And I think she's now a modern day diplomat to the Russians. So that was very interesting. I do think it's possible to make amends with each other and find peace, and I hope one day we do. However, it's very unlikely we're going to do that right now, especially because with Putin's actions towards us.
Okay, if not now, then when?
When there's a bloody coup in Russia, and when a better president comes along, one that we can work with.
Yeah, when there's someone in charge essentially who isn't batshit insane and hates Britain constantly.
Yeah, when they get a better leader, basically.
Basically, when they get their next Gorbachev or someone like that probably works.
So you just want so the way you can be friends with Russia is when you get a weaker leader.
A different leader. I never said weaker.
When we're gonna be friends with Russia is when they stop being aggressive towards us.
Are you being aggressive towards them in any capacity that would, in
We
their
are.
mind, justify?
We are.
All this.
But do we want to come to them from a position of weakness, or do we want to come to them from a position of strength?
It was retaliatory for their poisonings of our people. That's why we've been acting less and less friendly towards them.
Okay, but why did they? What? No one just goes, okay, I want to poison this person. Why did they poison the people in the first place?
The first time it was a ex-British spy who was seeking refuge in Britain. The second one was actually involved in a spy swap. So this is a Russian agent that gave information to us, or was helping us in some way, and he was swapped with a British agent who was backing Russia. So that was why.
Okay, well,
and this was years and years ago.
Poisoned spies. You're telling me that they poisoned spies?
No,
On our territory.
Some normal British citizens have also been killed from it.
Yes. Yes, the spy himself was saved, but there was a heavy amount of collateral damage on civilians. One civilian died. One was.
They used Novichok.
Yep, that was the one they used. There was a.
They didn't use a single targeted thing. They used something. They didn't specifically. They didn't go with. Basically, instead of going with, say, a fucking scalpel to deal with the issue, they went with a fucking sledgehammer.
They basically went for something that targeted British citizens specifically. And there was a lot of collateral damage, and it was British citizens that had nothing to do with any of the beef between the UK and Russia that were affected. And so, yeah, absolutely, because of that, that would technically be an act of war in many cases, but it's because of that I hope Russia gets fucking stomped. And yeah, you're saying why can't we come together? I don't want to go to Russia from a position of weakness. I want to go to Russia from a position of strength. Yes, when Russia has a weaker leader, absolutely.
I want to go into a position. I want to go to from a position not necessarily stronger, not necessarily weaker. Position of equality is what I want.
I mean, it sounds good on paper. I wouldn't recommend it though.
No, because if we went to them from a position of strength, they might see it as a threat. If we went to them from a position of weakness, they might see it as an opportunity. If we went to them at equal, they wouldn't see necessarily any threats or opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is my argument. My argument is simply it's pragmatic. They are an enemy. They've deployed hostile action towards us. They need to be made an example of, because we don't want that happening again. If they want to make peace with us and come to us, that's on them.
I tell you what an ideal situation would have been.
Yeah.
Russia and Britain, not Russia and Britain. Britain and Germany actually being friends during World War I, and Germany taking control of the continent while Britain controlled.
What are we getting out of that?
Overseas. Well, you get to control the Americas for starters. You get control of Oceania. Like Germany is the elephant, you are the whale. You remember that old story with
Yes.
the Peloponnesians or something like that? Yeah, that's what that would be the situation. They would be the elephant, you would be the whale. You would actually have the power, but it'd be a situation because whatever power is going to be on the European subcontinent, it's going to be it can't it has to have what's the words? Its focus has to be there. It can't be elsewhere. But Britain's focus can be elsewhere. But
It
if
always has
its
been.
focus, yeah, exactly.
Since
Yeah.
since we became Britain and not just England and Scotland, I guess Wales, we that's what our focus has been. It's been on looking outside.
Yeah, but well, except for like past couple of decades with the EU, but at least you guys sort of gotten out of that. You haven't actually gotten out of that properly yet. Hard
Making our
Brexit.
way. Though I did
You,
hear
sh-
that they
you
were
should have
planning
already
on
been out of
making
it.
us.
You
Hey,
should have been already been
hey,
out of
hey,
it. And
hey.
whoever's
Hey, don't
Huh?
blame me. I've literally only just reached voting age. Okay.
Yeah, but our government was basically dragging its feet, and we had an opposition that was doing the same. There were certain aspects within the ruling party that basically tried to sabotage Brexit every step of the way, and yeah, that was basically the reason. We did do something about it. We voted them out.
It was only once Boris Johnson came in that things really started picking up pace. Funnily enough.
Yeah, it's true because Theresa May had too many rebellious elements, and there wasn't a majority government. And we had certain figures within the Conservative Party, who was the ruling one at the time, that were trying to sabotage it, and they got wrecked in the election.
David Cameron.
Oh yeah, Dave, fuck this, I'm out, Cameron.
Yeah, Dave, I'll be back. If you remember that, Cameron. Because he went and stayed with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't remember that, but yeah, but no.
Like, I'm sorry, but if you're trying not to look like a pretentious dick,
Oh, everyone knows he's a pretentious dick. He knows he's a pretentious dick. You know,
he just
like,
doesn't.
he's a politician.
there's nothing
He's a
wrong
fucking
with being
arsehole.
there's nothing wrong with being an asshole. There's nothing wrong with being a pretentious dick. But as long as you serve the people,
Correct.
as long as you have their interests at heart, there's no problem with being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how much of
Fair
an
enough.
asshole they are. Yeah. You could despise them till the ends of the world. As long as they have the interests of those who have elected them, doesn't matter.
I would agree with
And
that.
that kind of brings up the problem with democracy. Fuck.
They rarely do. They rarely do.
Democracy bad. Granted, I would say monarchy good, but I wouldn't want the fucking monarch that you currently have actually having actual power, or any of the fucking
what,
dukes.
the
Well, I would trust her mental faculties better than Joe Biden's. Let's put it that way.
Oh, don't look. Okay, I don't actually hate the Queen. I don't actually have any reason to hate the Queen. Okay, I think Australia should stay under the power of Britain until the Queen dies, and then we should consider getting out because once then, like,
You're not really
It's
under our
not-
power, though, are you? We have defense treaties and trade treaties, but we don't control your actions.
not that is correct, but we are still technically under your guys' power.
It's just a Commonwealth, and it's more of a symbolic role. But I do get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I do think that's So just going into neo-reactionary thought, democracy is more clandestine than say totalitarian dictatorship. But the problem with totalitarian dictatorship is, well, you end up with what you normally end up with people who just, look, they got power and now they abuse power. Great. We need to figure out a way to allow people to have this power, but not to go fucking power crazy and abuse it. Obviously, there's the American way of just arm everyone to the I don't know. Just arm everyone. And when I say arm everyone, I don't mean just light weapons. I mean like weapon systems as well. Yeah.
That has its own problems, where people who really shouldn't have guns get them way more often.
Well, who decides who shouldn't? I mean, I understand. Like, obviously, people that are schizophrenics. You think, but it talks about who. But then you get the conversation about who gets to decide.
Well, here's the problem. People who shouldn't are probably people who should be dead already, because Well, yeah, they probably should be dead because they're the kind of people who would have committed a crime already, aka killing someone.
Yeah.
Not like petty crime and like robbery. I mean, they've probably killed someone, and not in self-defense or anything like that. So they probably should be put to death. Yeah.
I do disagree with the death penalty. I mean, like, sticking someone in a jail cell for the rest of their life, I mean, is that...
All right.
Is that better or worse?
Okay, let's change it. Would you rather be in prison for 50 years, or would you rather die?
Oh, I would rather die.
I'd rather. Yeah, exactly. So if we don't want to...
But that's the thing. Do we want to give them that mercy? I'm saying keep, have lifetime imprisonment as a thing, purely because it's worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't make it more just. Just because something is worse,
No,
we should be getting. No, we should be getting. No, we should
Let
just
Dragoon
be
finish.
getting rid of the.
Let Dragoon
You
finish.
should just kill them, be done with it, and move on. We shouldn't be holding these criminals for 50+ years because it's a horrible fate. Just kill them, get it over and done with.
Did you forget that's what we did in the 1800s and it solved fucking nothing?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a case of solving anything. It's just a case of, is it just?
No, it didn't work. They just they took advantage of every single opportunity they could get there, and it didn't fucking work for us. So
Yeah, and that's just power being power. Like that's just people with power being. You need something similar to like the what's it called? Not the cathedral. The Pope. What's that called? A Vatican. You need something similar to the Vatican. A spiritual leader that has no. What's the word?
That has no actual power, but can be a good mediator.
No. Yeah, a mediator, but like it has no power on the earth. It needs to have power in the heavens, like, and has moral. Like it can say something is moral.
You do know that the UK is technically a secular nation, do you not? We have no one single belief.
Yeah, and that's probably to your detriment. Let's be honest.
No, that is true. That argument can be made. I mean, there's a potential lack of a national identity. We have a lot of division.
Every time there's been a nation that has had a state religion, that state religion has turned into a monolith. And basically, if you didn't agree with that state religion, you were considered a heretic and had the shit murdered out of you.
That's because that religion has started to the earth, meaning it's overstepped. It's overstepped where it should be in control. It shouldn't be in control in that area.
Religion always oversteps its bounds.
All power oversteps its bound. Every single power imaginable oversteps its bounds eventually. You've just got to. You can't think of it's going to be set and forget. Everything, it's organic. It's going to change with time. It's going to grow. It's going to die off. It's going to change.
And do you think
it's
anyone
never
here
going.
thinks it's going to be set? Do you think anyone here thinks it's going to be set and forget? No. That's why we don't have. That's why we don't have things like the fucking U.S. Constitution and the amendments, where you have to follow, where everyone thinks you have to follow it to the letter. No, we have a much more fluid system. That's why.
Yeah, and
have it
guess
the way
what?
it is.
Yeah, you have a much more fluid system, and yet you're still enslaved. There are some things that you should enslaved. Yeah, there are some things that
define
should
how.
be debt slavery, unarmed, very much easily controlled.
I'm not fucking enslaved.
But let's take that in good faith. I mean, I would consider myself a wage slave for quite a while. Just working for a paycheck, working just so I can survive, keep living. But to what end? In many cases, many people can't basically gain from that and try and move up their position, with inflation being what it is and the economy not being the best. So I can get I get what Dragoon is saying. Less on the whole spiritual stuff. Oh fuck, my throat's going. Oh god. I mean, when you know it, being a YouTube narrator fucks your voice up from time to time.
What?
I know. But I mean, I try and see things from that point of view. But you know, I would consider slavery in that case like being basically being chained to a job where, you know, many people hate their job but they can't move from that. Potentially they can't move to another job, or it's not necessarily as easy. I mean, that could be considered slavery in a way. So I just want to look at it from that perspective. I'm not sure if Dragoon
slavery.
Joe, come on, come on, calm down. We gotta take stuff like this in good faith.
I am calm. I'm taking I'm just making counter arguments. You know, playing.
Sure, I just appreciate you could be a bit calmer about it, because there's no reason why we need to hate each other over it and you know, and yell at one another.
Wait a second. Ten's asking me if I'm running a little late. I think I am. Yeah.
This is generally the situation where I'd bring Grim in and just throw him in front of the bus because he'll be very good at this thing.
Grim? Have I met Grim before? Is he around here?
Yeah, I think he should be on the server.
I was going to say, not off the top of my head. Grim Deathbringer, I think I might have met him before. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I don't necessarily share certain opinions, and certainly I have very strong opinions of my own, meaning mainly the one of, you know, fuck Russia. But, you know, I do want to hear what other people are saying, even if I don't necessarily agree with them. I'm mature enough to listen to it.
I don't say fuck Russia. I say fuck Russia's leaders specifically, because they're the ones causing the issue.
It is a responsibility. Yeah. If the leader is corrupt, if the leader is bad, it is the responsibility of the people to get a new leader.
You do realise that if a government leader is corrupt enough, you can easily gain enough people as supporters from the upper echelon.
Possibly,
who,
but
know,
those
things like the military.
But those who have the power and those that are able to resist should rise up and do it. It is their duty. It is their civic duty to do that.
What do you think those massive protests have been? The ones which, surprise, surprise, have been put down with force.
I'm not necessarily saying do protests. I'm saying sabotage.
That's why those Americans have the Second Amendment, because it increases the amount of people who are capable of resisting. If you shrink the amount of people who are capable of resisting, and you make it so not that resisting is pointless, but there is more advantage in not resisting and cooperating, essentially creating a sort of a caste of not people in charge, but essentially people who maintain the order and gain privileges out of it. Why would they resist? If they're able to live the high life whilst not resisting and actually getting what they want out of the system, even if it is oppressive, why would they resist? They might be the only ones with the capability to resist, but
I agree. That's why many dictators around the world are still going. But there's always something that gives eventually, like a breaking point. I mean, how long did Colonel Gaddafi last, for example? I mean, he lasted quite a while, right up until the Arab Spring, and you know, he was basically dragged out of his palace and shot.
Was that in Libya? Or was that?
That was Libya. That was Libya. But Gaddafi lasted for quite a while, and he was a dictator that did some bad things.
When it comes to Libya, the reason why Libya was actually attacked in the first place was because they tried to essentially use their own money to sell oil. They weren't using the petrodollar, and the Americans were very much not going to have anything to do with that, because if all of a sudden you could use other people's money besides the American dollar, the entire world's financial institutions... Why do we need these financial institutions when we can just use our own money to trade for goods and services?
Why not use Bitcoin?
Similar reasons as to why we went to a world war against the Third Reich is because the financial institutions were essentially trying to stomp them out of existence, because the Germans were basically trading in goods and services with other countries, basically completely cutting out the middleman.
No,
Hello,
we went to war with
Chrysler.
Third Reich because they were invading Poland.
Yeah, well, that's the reason they give to plebs.
No, it is the main reason. The others are secondary.
I think there would have been multiple reasons rather than just one specific one.
Why did we not? Why did we not what? Go on.
Okay, so if you invaded Germany because you invaded Poland, why'd you also not invade Russia? They both invaded Poland at the same time.
That is true.
Britain did declare war on the USSR, believe it or not.
Did we?
France did not. I think, was it Britain or France? One of us declared war on the USSR.
Well, you didn't do much about it, did you?
We didn't do anything against the USSR. It was Germany specifically because of their other actions, I believe.
Reach them, but when the only real ways to reach them were through areas controlled by the Axis.
Oh, I was going to say this does lean into saying. Oh, go ahead. Well, what was Lockheed going to say?
I was saying hi Chrysler. I already did.
Yes, I am here.
Oh, hey, Chrysler. But no, I was actually going to raise an interesting point about, you know, how during World War II we never had it against the USSR, even though I think they were probably worse than Hitler at that time.
Let's put it this way.
And I think it was I don't know if you've met Nothing Sustragoon. He's Australian like you. I'm assuming you're Australian. I'm assuming you're not Kiwi. But yeah, he mentioned how General Patton wanted to wage war against the USSR immediately after you know, defeating Germany and Japan.
That
Yeah,
would have been.
that's good.
I think that would have been a good move.
suicide.
Yeah,
No, that would have been a suicide.
I don't think it would have
Why?
been.
What?
No, it
That
let me
could
guess.
have actually worked.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The only reason that we never invaded the Soviet Union because they had nukes. Straight
They
after
didn't have
World War II,
nukes.
the only thing
We had
they-
nukes.
Yeah,
Soviets had nukes a couple of years later. That is true.
exactly.
But that was because of a
Straight after
traitor.
World War II, yeah, straight after World War II, you should literally have just gone, okay, cool, let's go, boys. We're going straight to Soviet Union.
Exactly.
We're going to go to Moscow. We're going to push off the Ural Mountains, off to the east side.
If you just fought against them, there were quite a few soldiers in our army who revolted at that.
No, I don't know off the top of my head, but no, it would have been a good idea with the USSR, because had it not been for the nukes, the USSR probably would have waged war against the rest of us.
That's true. That's actually true. Let's put it this.
You alright? You sound
I'm just.
sound like you're throwing up, dude.
Yeah, it's just like. I forgot how to say it in English. Something got stuck in my throat.
That's alright. Are you able to describe it?
No, it's just like, you know, the saliva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought you were going to describe something about you know, the background with the USSR.
Oh no, about the USSR, it's like, how do I put it? The way, from what I understand, it's like, yeah, once the nukes got off in Japan, definitely USSR had a good reason not to roll over entire Europe. As for the Allies trying to invade, going all the way to the east, that would have been a suicide for a lot of Allied troops in Europe.
Yeah.
Because
Believe it or not, the
Unless we just drop a couple of nukes.
all allies in Europe at the time.
even worse, Russians were battle hardened by that point.
But so are ours. I think you overestimate Russia a lot, Lockheed.
But
Same with
at the
Ukraine. Same
same
with the Ukraine
time-
stuff.
At the same time, they would heavily outnumber us, and there wouldn't be too much of a tech difference in terms of our actual forces.
I mean, never forget the biggest battles of World War II were happening in
Were
the
fought
Eastern Front.
Yes, the Battle of Kursk and the battles, the sieges of
Stalingrad.
Stalingrad and Leningrad as well.
Triggered. I've just seen your post on Twitch. I am racism incarnate. You probably posted that quite a while ago, but yeah,
Well,
I like that.
I remember saying to my mother, I am, what are you suggesting? I'm sexist, homophobic, bigoted, racist. It just straight up just, yes.
I do wonder
My
though.
mother.
I do wonder though.
Yeah,
I do wonder though.
Lockheed.
I mean, what is the Western plan to sort of curtail the Russian invasion?
It's the same thing with the USSR. We're going to bankrupt the fuckers.
You want to bankrupt the motherfucker?
Yeah, we're going to have a couple of babushka prostitutes on the street by the end of it.
So, okay, here's the problem, okay? Are you not concerned about the idea that they could just create a parallel economy?
It is entirely
Even
possible
China-
with the Chinese.
Even China
It's
and
called
India
the
are starting
long-term
to get on
game.
board with-
It's called the long-term game. Yes, sure, they can create a parallel economy, and then we're back to the Cold War and seeing who will eventually collapse first.
I think China is playing a different game.
I ain't gonna lie that the West long term has more advantages than the Russians. As for
I
the
wouldn't
China,
be so sure because you'd be versing the Russians and the Chinese now, and guess what? The West is still versing the Soviet Union, even though they're dead. Because you see all this stuff like cultural Marxism as an example in
thing
your
is, no, the
institutions,
thing
in your
is, like,
news, in business
no, no,
and
no, no,
government.
no.
You're
The biggest
still fighting the Soviet Union.
Well, the biggest problem is that, like, it's no longer a Soviet Union. It's no longer like the capitalism versus communism. It's not about like the central.
There's left versus right.
It's like after the left versus right. It's no longer the same. Now, right now, it's like ideology plays no part in it. Right now, it's pure geopolitical conflict.
No, you don't understand. I'm not saying that the Soviet. No. I think it was the KGB. It, they set up systems that was designed to destroy the West. Problem is that the Soviet Union is now dead. Okay.
Oh, you mean the infiltration of Western universities by the Soviet ideologies?
Oh yeah, that's still going
Yes,
on.
but but it's not just that. It's also your business, your governments, like everything within your society is being infiltrated. You can see it particularly in America with their critical race theory. That's part of it. That's a small part of it. It's not the whole.
The problem is capitalism itself. The biggest problem is the capitalism
Capitalism
itself. Capitalism will yeah, sure, they can play all those like lefty bullshit. However, once those companies that embrace the Marxist ideologies, like go woke, go broke, capitalism will correct it. The biggest problem with capitalism is self-correcting system.
Look, capitalism just serves the current power. Doesn't care who's in charge as long as they can do business. Capitalism is just a tool. And if you do not maintain that, if you do not control that tool, it will essentially go to retarded conclusions. Oh, I need to destroy like the church so I can start to monetize the church by creating my corporate churches, like in a fucking mega corporation, like fucking gospel.
That sounds like Stellaris. I think that's what Joe's playing right now.
I mean, isn't that already the case in United States?
Yes, exactly. No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is capitalism what is objective? It's a tool. It's a tool with the objective of I have money. I want to increase my money. How can I do that? And it'll do whatever it requires. But if you do not control that process, it will abuse everything it can, and it will go to any length to that purpose. And one of the things you remember, capitalism is not free enterprise. It's not like freedom of trade. Capitalism is an entity in and of itself. Its objective: I have money. I wish to increase the amount of money I have, and I will do that in any way I can. I will destroy everything I can. I will destroy the family unit with the objective of creating atomized individuals so they can buy more of my shit. Oh, one family only needs one kettle? Well, you split that up into two families, a mother and a father, like split them up and have a each side. Now they need two kettles. Twice the profit. Because they're going to sell two kettles now. Like, that's the kind of shit that they'll go into in their mindset. They will encourage the most degenerate debauchery because they can make a profit off it. It's heinous shit. Truly is.
Cool by me.
Well, I think I certainly don't think there's one specific factor. I certainly don't think there's a root to all of the world's problems. But I also don't think there's a perfect system. I think the flaws in certain systems will be exploited upon. Capitalism is one. I mean, insider trading was big during the days before that was regulated, and Dragoon was right in how how this needs to be regulated. And if you don't get a firm hold on something, it is just going to be abused, and you might not be able to keep control of it and get a leash in it from there.
How do I put it? The source of all the problems for the people are the people themselves.
That's part of being human.
Okay,
No
cool.
problems can be. Oh, go ahead, Dragoon.
If you're going to be creating a system, you need to essentially go from the beginning. Okay, what are we making the system for? What's its purpose? We are creating a system for humans to help encourage cooperation and prosperity. Cool. What rules can we make for that? And then you would go from there. You would start to figure out what is the system for? Not some other conclusion of we want equality for the masses. That's bullshit. We don't want fraternity. We don't want what is it? Equality, fraternity, liberty. We don't want any of that. We want cooperation of the people. We want people to be able to trust each other. We want people to actually, have a civilization. None of this fucking Renaissance bullshit. We don't want any of that. The Renaissance can fucking go die in a fire. The French Revolution go die in a fire. It was probably the worst mistake that could have ever happened to humanity. Curse on that. Curse on the French Revolution and the swarming bastards responsible for it.
So what? So they should have maintained the monarchy.
No, you know what you do when a monarchy becomes corrupt? You kill the head of the monarchy and you replace it with another. And in a couple generations, if that one becomes corrupt, you do it again. And you keep doing this because you got to remember, nothing is permanent. Things will eventually degenerate and become things that are not held to account will become degenerate. They will become immature. They will abuse their power. And you need to remind them by removing their head and replacing it with another.
Well, isn't that what we're trying to do in Russia? That's certainly what I'm hoping for. So let's go back to it.
No, what you guys are trying to do is just replace it with another leader in a democracy. Democracy is subversive. It is just
I see.
oligarchy. It is just
The Russian
veiled
Federation
oligarchy.
is not a democracy.
I-
It's an oligarchy. It's
Yeah.
not even veiled. It's
Is it? Yeah, well, I was going to say, I was going to go from your example. You're saying like lop off a head and replace it with another. I was just saying do that with Putin, but you're saying more do it with the system itself rather than the person at the top of it.
Well,
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, no one rules alone. There is an entire system.
technically speaking, Russia is a democracy. How do I put it? I would say that. I mean, sure.
Just
Putin
said-
order Putin. No, sure. Here's the thing. Putin tells to his governors, it's like, I need those ratings up. I cannot have a position. The thing is, many in Russia do approve of Putin. They do see him as a guardian of the Russian state, of the Russian people.
That is
Like
true.
it or not, that's just the fact. And the way the Russians see it, it's like they do trust him to make better moves than most of the Western
than what
leaders.
he's made.
As for he's made, it's a huge gamble on his part, and he needs to. And that right now he needs to see it through. However, what I suspect he's gonna do, he's gonna eventually just sort of decapitate Ukraine unless they're gonna surrender under the terms.
I don't think they will. The terms are basically a full surrender.
Yeah.
The terms are basically we own you now.
Well, they say it like, yeah, well, you still can have your president, but now you also need to put the prime minister of our choosing.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen.
So what?
Basically,
The only-
it's become Russia's puppet.
Yes.
So you're in a situation where it's congratulations, no matter what you do, they're never going to surrender. You have to force them to surrender. Wow, that's truly great diplomacy right there. Similar situation with, actually, that's probably a similar situation with North Korea.
Here's the thing. The way I'm just gonna generally say, it's between. It's like, it's not
You
about.
sound drunk right now.
How do I put it? Here's the choice. You either choose the proud way out, which will lead to more dead bodies, or you surrender now and have less dead bodies.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We're getting a lot more Russian dead bodies than we are getting Ukrainians.
And also, a lot less dead bodies in the short run. Knowing Russian history, that's not gonna stay that way for long.
Yeah. That's the thing. They are fighting fiercely. They clearly do not want any kind of surrender with Putin.
I mean,
They do not
That's
want, they do
And the fact is we're backing them as well.
no, and I'm not saying that they should just surrender. I'm just saying stating objective facts. You can go the proud way out, or easy way out.
Okay, so beyond a couple.
Nothing worth doing in this world is ever easy. Let's put it that way.
That is true.
Point. Well, fair point. As I said, I'm not gonna judge the Ukrainian authorities for choosing the proud way out. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it entails a lot of work. Well, been nice talking to you guys. Now I need to go back to talk to my Russian friends.
Well, fair enough. Tell your Russian friends I said suck my dick.
Maybe don't, because
Sure.
they're Russian doesn't mean they're
Nah,
Putin
no.
supporters.
Let's put it this. No, it's not like no. The friends I have are generally apolitical. They're the only thing they're concerned about is like, oh well, as long as my life is generally fine, I'm okay.
Well, it's probably not because of all the sanctions.
Oh no, they definitely felt a little bit. As I said, it's like
Oh no, comrade, I cannot buy toilet paper no more.
no, they oh, God's sake, they kill.
Neither
they
could we.
No, 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 no. It's not.
Neither could
It's
we,
not.
like, a year ago.
How to put it? It's not that they cannot buy toilet paper. They cannot buy games of Steam. Through. This is the only thing they're like.
Oh no.
Oh well, this is
Oh,
a bit of a
no.
problem.
Oh no, they're just gonna play
Oh, this
Dota and
is-
CS:GO.
Oh, this is a bit of a problem. Oh well, we're gonna go pirate. We're gonna find a way to. I mean, those guys are resourceful fellas.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much sure if I'm pretty much sure if the nuclear war will actually happen, those motherfuckers gonna survive. Because they have like amount of knowledge that those guys have. Well, I'm
That's
pretty-
true, but I suspect survival in a nuclear scenario will be a lot luck-based as well.
Also true.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, see you later, mate.
yeah. See you later.
Yeah, Russian spy.
I'm not a Russian spy. I'm just
God damn
I'm
it!
just-
Someone took some.
Someone
looking
looking
at
at
the
the
wo-
and then let's put it this way. I'm just looking at the world and I see the options on all sides, and I'm questioning how can I benefit from it.
Now, have you run into the United Vivesandia realms yet?
Yep.
See you around, guys. Nice talking to you.
They've taken the rubricator system. I was gonna go get. It's literally right next to right near one of my inhabited systems.
Okay, go take it off them then.
No, because you have fleets right next to my border that are building up rather rapidly. So I'm concerned about that, Net. I'm concerned. If I go one way, you're just going to attack me. So, please, non-aggression pact, so that we can avoid such unpleasantry.
9.
What are you, Hitler?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh god, that's got to be my next Patreon segment. Like, I was originally going to get, like, Tom or Lanson to do it. Like, just say, hello, this is Adolf Hitler! Or so, however the fuck I'm going to do it. I haven't decided yet. It's like, I'm from the celebrity ghost realm, and I really like Net Narrator on YouTube. Oh, I can't do it. I'm stuck at that.
Oh, great. The Confederation of Azure Chalice has declared war on me.
Haha.
Because they want to conquer... I don't know what they want to conquer. For fuck's sake. Why? We're both at least... Like,
That's how the game is played.
I can't even do a... Can we pause this? Because I can't even make a war goal right now.
Humiliate is just
I
the...
can't No, because they declared rivalry on me, not the other way around. And they're not even using humiliate on shit.
No, I think that's your war goal if they wage war.
No, they aren't doing it. They want one system with
2 planets in it that I can't even inhabit.
I was going to say, how many planets do people have? I've barely found any.
I have 3 that I can inhabit right now. And I've got 3 in my system that I can't inhabit right now.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna jump off and leave you guys. So
Yeah, no, it's mate. Good to hear from you. Glad you're doing all right, and I'll catch you later.
yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Bye now.
You too. Bye.
And I'm still not banned on Twitch for that.
That is a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm happy. I'm more than happy to talk to people I disagree
Famous
with.
words of Emperor Chancellor, then Emperor Sheev Palpatine. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Well, at least you knew the famous person that said that this time.
Of course I do. Everyone knows Palpatine. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's based.
He's the only popular Star Wars character now. Like, why? Like, if Disney Plus did a series on Palpatine, that would sell a lot. At the moment, we just got Obi-Wan, and we do have the what do you call the dudes with the spinning lassos? They're basically the Inquisitors, right? I saw those in that Star Wars game, the Fallen Order one.
Jedi Fallen Order, yeah.
Yeah, the Inquisitors with the spinny sabers.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I've never seen the cartoons. I'm just learning this as I go. Same with the blue guy in the hat.
Captain.
Probably the one.
The guy who doesn't look human in the cowboy hat.
Well, I mean, he's an alien, but he's the blue guy in the hat.
The cowboy ass hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. That is Captain.
System survey complete.
I was gonna say, people keep telling me I need to watch the cartoons. I haven't barely been able to watch anything really. I'm too busy doing the vids, and I've got to continue writing my book as well. I'm behind a chapter, and I need to catch up.
You know what I find hilarious, right?
Yeah.
My enemies, the people attacking me, right? They've declared war, but they haven't got any fleets over.
Research complete.
So by the time they get fleets over to where the front line is going to be, A, I'm going to have one of my fleets over, right? And B, I'm already building up defences there.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
So, like, I have to question, what the fuck was the point of their declaration of war if it gave me more than enough time to prepare for hostilities?
Yeah, Joe's under war against an
So the
AI.
politics had ended?
No. This is Stellaris, not politics.
Ah.
Complete.
I was gonna say Dragoon's left, so politics is no longer at the table.
Some weird ass people, some weird ass Xenos declared war on me, right?
How dare they?
For no apparent reason.
No apparent reason.
They're egalitarian xenophiles. I am a fanatic xenophile, and they are not materialists, so my shouldn't be a problem for them.
Alright. Interesting.
They're just proving that they love Xenos more than you.
Yeah.
Possible because they're xenophiles and I'm fanatic xenophiles.
Research.
All Xenos must
Oh, maybe they disagree with that sentiment.
Independent fact checkers disagree. So,
You're not independent or a fact.
wait, no, we've moved along from that comment. It was a joke that failed.
Situation log updated.
Net, you've met my empire, correct?
Have I? The Russian Tsardom. I don't think I have a route to you. Oh no, yes I do. Okay. Yeah, I've met your empire.
Net, have you met the Confederation of Azure Chalice?
Yeah.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, I'm not doing that well this game. Go ahead.
Is their shit looking juicy to you?
You want me to attack them?
Well,
Oh, I'm not. I was gonna say that's.
I'm
Oh, that's a bit of a spicy quote there, but
I'm not saying attack. I'm not saying you should attack them. I'm just saying. What do you think of their territory?
Please be distracted while I can do something else.
yeah, I know.
I'm
I don't know. I don't know whether I'll fall for that one.
No, I'm literally defending myself against the Chalice of Azure, the Confederation of Azure Chalice right now. I ain't fucking fighting you. I'm
Well,
gonna fight you.
well, well, that's true. You say you're not going to fight me. That means you're not going to declare war on me. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to fight.
No, what it means is if we are gonna fight, then you're gonna be the aggressor.
Yeah. Like, what was your point? I've played aggressive. Had that situation come about before.
Point is, you can't. There's not really going to be a reasonable way for you to justify it other than simply admitting, yeah, this is simply because I want your territory. I want your people to slay you.
I mean, it's playing the game. It's how the game is played. Like, it's like there's an opportunity to expand the territory. I'm going to do that.
No, that's why I like you, Net, because you're honest about this shit. It's
I mean, I've not always been. I've not always been honest about that kind of stuff. Oh no! Don't be mean. Don't be mean to Ketchup. Actually, Ketchup, yes.
I openly tell you my lust for your thing is the only difference.
Yeah. Trouble is, like, he catches you unawares a lot. As for me, I know full well what's coming, but it's just because he plays the game all the time, and I only play on Fridays. Like, he's still better than me at it.
I've not been playing it as fanatically recently.
That's
I've
fair
been
enough.
playing through the Fallout games again. Well, mostly 4 in New Vegas.
Oh, nice. I've been playing Prey recently.
They've apparently announced New Vegas 2, which I'm excited about, which is supposed to be like a remaster of it.
Yeah, Obsidian, Bethesda. They're now under the Microsoft umbrella. It's very interesting to see because that happened quite close to when Sony announced they acquired Bungie. So yeah, it's very good. Like, I think we're getting a lot of developers basically being swallowed up by bigger fish. Amazon's doing that especially. I really need to play New World, not New World, for Lost Ark. I think that's like Korean waifus and basically a Diablo game that's actually pretty good. But I need to make room first, and that means finishing Prey.
These fucking idiots in the Confederation of Azure Chalice, they're making claims against systems, right? When the defenses in front of those systems are more of a match for whatever they've said and can say.
Maybe they know something you don't.
Oh, what? Like you're moving in to attack me or something?
If you keep talking like that, it's probably going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Like, at the end of the day, I need planets.
And I don't really have many.
But you have some. Like, it's a bad idea, but I'm going to tell you how many I've found. I've got a decent-sized landmass, or area mass, whatever. How many have I found? 2. That's fucking ridiculous. And I'm playing robots.
Net.
Yeah.
Net. My area mass isn't exactly tiny either, and I've expanded in the only directions I can. And guess what?
Yeah.
Of the planets I currently control, which is 6 total, only 3 of them, including my capital, are habitable to me.
But they would be habitable to me. You found 6, really? You got a much smaller landmass than I do.
No, 6, including my capital.
Yeah, I'm not going to consider that bit a problem.
Like colonized or within my borders?
Colonizable.
I have all the ones within my border. I have colonizable R, and I'm researching terrestrial sculpting now, and that should free up like it should like double my available planets that I can colonize.
How many have you colonized?
7.
Oh god, okay, Ketchup's winning. He's winning.
Yeah, he's
again.
winning. I've got really unlucky.
Yeah, I got really lucky
I'm
last
boxed
time.
in on I'm pretty much boxed in on every side. And at least one of those sides, I'm already facing the high-bragged piece of shit neighbour. And that's
Joe.
not you, Net. That's the channel.
Oh, you're calling me a piece of shit neighbor? Really?
No, I'm saying that's not you to placate you because I had a feeling you would think I was saying that.
I was gonna say I haven't waged war on you yet. How am I a piece of shit?
I'm not calling you a piece of shit. I'm not calling you a piece of shit. I'm saying
I don't know. I mean, guys, what do you reckon? Did he call me a piece of shit?
No, don't talk
No,
to
but
them. They will lie to you.
Joe, I'm only fucking with you and you know it. Like, oh dear.
Well, at least the Vivis Sandia aren't going to fight. As much as I want the system with the rubricator in it, that's an acceptable loss, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really falling behind. I'm not going to call it GG just yet, but fucking hell, this is bad for me. I'm going to be pretty open about that, because...
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
Right.
What dare you say naughty word?
You were right. The Confederacy of Azure Chalice did have something up their sleeves.
Joe, can you remember a single time you didn't get fucked over in the start?
Last time.
No.
Joe, have you thought about, like, maybe it's not like the game you being unlucky every time. Maybe it's your playstyle.
It might be right.
What? Because I don't fight everyone I come across.
Because you don't hyper expand in the beginning.
I try to. I really do. Fucking
Chill. It's
If
just the
easy-
game.
If you think it's easy, to hyper expand, but most of the time I end up with some sort of militarist on one side, and someone who I don't want to fight anyway on another side,
You can bribe them.
and with fucking fanatic purifiers to my south.
I'm beside exterminators, man. It's good. It's all good.
You're exterminators?
No, he's
No,
next
beside
to
me.
them.
Side exterminator.
Wait, you're...
Construction
Alright.
complete.
I don't know where he is. I knew where
this
you
lag
two
is-
were
This lag
because
is making it impossible for me to coordinate an actual fucking.
That is true. Joe's behind a little bit. Let's be fair.
okay, he's up for now.
Well, no, I'm still getting like 1 frame per fucking second. Come on.
Close some.
Well,
of those
that's your
hentai
laptop.
tabs.
I don't have
Indeed.
any open.
And the-
I don't even have any Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome tabs open anyway. I literally just have Discord and Stellaris open.
Try turning off Discord.
And I'm not going to speak to you guys.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Research complete.
Hit it with it.
I think you might have already known that.
Absolute massive brain move right there.
I thought I would catch him, alright, okay?
I don't think that was an attempt at ruse. I think that was just your general incompetence.
You say that. You say
Why
that.
am why are my ships taking like 5 days in game to recognize the fact that I've told them to stop moving in a specific direction and move in a different direction?
Ketchup,
Well, we're
what level
going-
of education do you have?
We're not talking about this one.
Well, I thought we were talking about me being stupid and all.
See, this is not what we're
The
talking
logic
about
has
anymore.
nothing to do with level of intelligence.
Yeah, Joe makes a good point.
You can be the most well-educated person in the world and still be a fucking retard.
I don't.
I wouldn't quite put it that way, but you know, I've known smart plumbers. I've known many
I know
smart.
what you mean there.
Yeah.
Twitch and all, but you get my point.
I mean, I was going to say, I mean, I've met smart plumbers, I've met smart builders. You know, they obviously run their business. They don't need, you know, a high level of education to do that.
Personal.
Exactly.
Equally, you know, I have a professor in the family. She can be an idiot at times, and often is.
What I'm saying is that at a certain point, people start getting weeded out. And if you look at specific fields, aka STEM, that happens quite early on.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say my aunt's not a professor of fucking women's studies or whatever. She works in science. Let's just put it that way. I'm not gonna reveal too much information, obviously, but she does work in the science field.
Just read how I wait. No, I don't know what.
I was gonna say science field, not social sciences or any of that bullshit. Like the proper science that changes, you know, that helps lives and shit.
Social science is still very important.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I would argue
Social
when it's not
social science is political sciences with another word, with another name attached.
No, there are many fields that are legit.
Politics is bullshit.
No,
Right.
well.
You're referring to social sciences and things like psychology, not social sciences and things like equality sciences or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quality science still needed to some degree, though. Essentially everything we have is needed to some degree.
I wouldn't say everything.
Yeah, we don't need black studies or women's studies.
From my mum,
It doesn't.
what I've learned from my mum, who is in a university, you know, known for such things,
Mhm.
in the local area, well, in the Lincolnshire area at least. Those, you know, like those kind of equality studies are basically just women circle jerking about how bad men are.
I mean, you don't need to worry about them because if they're so worried about how bad men are, they're going to die within a generation.
The Darwinian approach.
I mean,
Oh shit, we picked up someone else in Discord? Oh no, we haven't.
yeah.
Well then.
Yes.
I was gonna say I heard a very high pitched well. I was like, oh shit. Like apparently now is like the amount of women that watch my videos has gone up from like less than 1% to about 5%. So I've
It's
got
not a woman. It's not a woman.
Good evening. I'm Simon.
Oh, so many shots fired.
I'm a rural German.
I am very sorry.
No,
Oh,
offense
don't
taken.
worry. He's German. The insult is completely fine.
Oh my god, my diplomatic weight is shit.
And I also don't get why you're laughing so much.
It's one of the highest, Joe.
Yes, but at this point, most of the time when I play this game, I have a little bit more of this. That's because I'm a war. Someone's rampaging through my fucking southern territories.
Well, also everybody else has isolationist on.
Don't
What
say
I'm saying is
that.
I normally have higher than this.
My main drawback is the ever annoying. Oh, you have to have 10 pops on your planet before you can build research buildings.
Yeah. That's the sort of research rush.
I don't care. I don't like it. They should. Whoever said that was a good idea should be executed. Everyone I disagree.
As well.
Everyone who even mildly disagrees with me.
Everyone in my line of
Lenin or
sight.
Stalin or some shit.
Because they might be disagreeing.
Yeah.
Better make sure.
So someone's totally not turning into Stalin or Lenin
I need to think
or
of it.
Putin.
Turning into your mom.
That,
boy.
that ain't,
Ah.
that ain't it, Chief.
That was the
ain't it.
funniest shit ever. Oh. Absolutely
That one itchy.
amazing. That was amazing. Such high quality joke.
Fucking hell.
There's never
You guys have
been
been crazy.
a higher quality than that.
Never on the face of this earth.
All of
At
the
all.
comedians should just commit seppuku.
Of course.
Well, except for the Ukrainian
I
president.
failed my audience.
They might as well at this point. I mean, I'm dominating.
The uber mention of comedy.
And if one gets
Your
through-
mom.
And if one gets back at you with a good joke, the execution option's still on the table.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, the only joke better than me saying your mom is someone else saying your mom louder.
Your mum!
No, you can't do that.
Your mum
No.
louder.
You're taking my pride.
Come on, you guys know me, you kind of guy who cracks jokes. Not good ones, but jokes.
That's true.
Oh,
I-
So, are we voting for the Reddit Shield?
Yes.
No, we're not. Ready Shield is bad. We're voting for the Galactic Market.
I
I
ask
thought
what
so.
Eva.
Anybody who disagrees is shot.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you that we vote for the Galactic Market, but I'm also voting for Shield.
Ready Shield is bad.
Guess what else is
Really?
bad?
Oh,
Your mum.
Your mom.
It's gotta you for it to increase
No.
the value.
No,
it
it
needs
doesn't.
to be. No. You need a mic with shittier quality.
Oh,
to
that.
increase its
Oh.
value.
Wait a second. Give me a sec.
If it's taking him this
Who
long,
wants
it's
buzzword
gonna be a good
standardization?
one.
Who wants buzzword standardization?
Buzzwords. What are those?
Business words sound good, essentially.
that is
No, I know
buzzwords.
what-
Buzzwords, jargon, that kind of stuff.
I mean, am I wrong, Nat?
Buzzwords, yeah, they're words designed to have a strong reaction, but often don't
I can
mean.
think of a couple words that have strong reactions.
No, I mean not a strong reaction with the Twitch mods, please. None of those.
Is one siege without the with siege but more gut?
What?
I don't even.
I just heard the end part go, and I'd rather avoid that. I would like to avoid that like the fucking plague. If there's one word on the internet that will cause mods of all shapes and sizes to lose their shit, it is that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've said it plenty of times for the Patreon videos, but
You don't get what I was saying, Nat. I think ketchup does.
I'm a bit of a Gurr fan myself, though.
It's not.
stop trying to get me banned.
That's not what I was referring to.
That's what everybody.
And for people on Twitch asking me which word, no, we're not going there.
Okay. Think about this. Siege, hail, but more German.
Guys.
We know.
Guys, I paused. We're not like getting the galactic market right now. We're getting buzzword standardization. I'm asking you to rethink your decisions.
Well, so you can get the Galactic Market.
Everybody vote for
Nah.
Galactic Market. Nobody
need to
vote
get
for
like-
Standardization
buzzwords.
is good.
I don't think I've
Like,
voted for
we
anything
shouldn't
else.
pass it. It's not like we shouldn't pass it.
We should pass it later. Joe?
Alright, fine.
Okay, thank you. Tense manipulation is now over.
Political manipulation at its highest.
Based.
Of course.
I support, but the Codex Astartes supports this action.
See, and he didn't even have to lobby anybody or anything.
No,
I am a-
we just
Really
went,
economic.
we just went, I bet.
Anomaly found.
I'm surprised how long it took to make a 40k mention when playing Stellaris.
Hmm.
Good
Well,
evening.
we don't want to get sued by Games Workshop. That's why.
What game?
Stellaris.
See, nobody plays genocidal ones because genocide.
Well, I
is
did only for the genocide to
genocide.
turn against me. That's happened a couple of times.
Everybody
I'm sorry,
knows
what did you just
genocide is bad because
Net,
it's
what did you just
non-economic.
say, Net? What did you just say, Net?
So when I play genocidal empires, it tends to be turned against me,
fun, though.
like purifiers and stuff.
Genocide is fun.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, but
What kind of empire are you playing now exactly? I can't exactly tell. It's just Rogue Senator or something.
find out.
Or... I'd
It's
rather
not.
have-
It just
When
seems
did
to
you
be a
first begin?
standard one. It's been 40 years.
I know what that means.
Oh wait, 2 hours ago.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Damn, you've been in this voice chat for 40 years. That's some commitment.
Yeah.
That's good when Discord's been around.
You use a
Impressive.
time machine.
Oh, what? Discord wasn't around when the Soviet Union was around, really?
Ships upgraded.
I mean,
No.
Lenin personally invented it. This is the true history of
Yeah,
the
in
internet.
Mexico he invented it.
Yeah. No, well, no, that Trotsky was the one in.
Oh yeah,
Mexico.
fuck.
See, you're wrong.
Well,
Banned
you're
from
an
speaking.
immigrant.
The guy in Mexico, he ordered Tutski.
So,
Yeah,
well, we're talking about microphone quality, right?
Oh god,
See,
that's worse.
that's not bad. It's just far away. We're talking about like a $5.
It sounds low though.
Like-
That's the
Like
problem.
Xbox mic.
Yeah, like
Like
you
that
need
Xbox
to
Live Call of Duty kind of.
I tried, alright? I tried.
not very hard.
Oh dear.
Construction complete.
Oh my god, what happened to them?
They took a crappy origin.
Who?
Oh,
The Doomsday origin.
they were the they were the
I have
Fanatic Purifiers.
my mouth now, okay? This better.
They
It
were
is
the
better.
Fanatic Purifiers. Fanatic
still.
Purifiers had
Conclusion, shit mic doesn't work.
Fanatic
Yeah.
Purifiers. The Fanatic Purifiers were the ones with the Doomsday origin.
Great. Now Net will molest you instead.
No. The Purifiers weren't the ones molesting them.
Yet.
Yes.
But can I just say,
Complete.
the entire point of picking Fanatic Purifier is you're supposed to destroy other people's planets, not yours.
The AI
Well.
is not competent enough.
Yeah, but isn't it funny to, you know, build a pacifist fanatic purifier race?
You can't.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
I've done
Well,
it.
I mean, if
Not very well.
fanatical purifiers is a civic.
Yeah, but you just don't go to war.
I guess, but then you
That's
don't
not
really get any
pacifist.
bonuses.
That's not pacifist. That's just big stick policy.
No, that's called pacifism.
Engaged.
You don't build any
remember-
ships in your fleet. And you don't go to war.
You do realise that everyone in the galaxy hates you when you're a Fanatic Purifier.
And
So,
so
how
the
are you meant
racist.
to-
We don't like
Because you're a
racism.
fanatic- You're a Fanatic Purifier.
Yeah, but they're not actually. They just think you are. Like if you haven't,
Literally have a civic
if you
for
haven't
it.
fanatically purified anyone, are you really a fanatic purifier? Didn't think so.
Complete.
You just have really bad optics. The worst statesman in history.
I don't know, I'm kinda getting a hold of this idea, you know? not being purified but not purifying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, I have another idea. I have another idea. Fortress, as in like space fortress, as it were. Inward perfectionism. Basically, we're not going to. I'm not going to declare war on you. But if you do declare war on me, good luck getting through my stations.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's doable.
That's basically playing single player in mode.
Yes.
An alien empire has established communications. Debris.
Oh, please tell me this is gonna work. Come on, stop lagging and let me do this. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, this is genius.
You just did something genius. Apparently.
I never caught. There's two systems along the path of the area where I'm occurring in my empire, right? That were never colonized, and never taken. As such, no one's actually fighting in them. So I'm able, and they're in such a position that I'm able to essentially circumvent the enemy's front line. I am Viet Conging the enemy. Viet Conging my enemy.
That's a sentence that actually it has been said before, I guess.
Yes, it has been said before. It's not right. My enemy is facing a fucking Vietnam War against me. Is what I'm saying. That's how badly it's going for them.
The Vietnamese are on the planet.
So they're just gonna leave. So they're just waiting till their enemy gets bored and decides to leave.
No. I'm the Vietnamese.
Yeah, that's what you're playing.
So you're gonna lose in the end.
No, the Vietnamese.
No,
the Viet Cong won.
They won.
Well, okay, calm down. I know. I'm 10th, alright? I'm 10th, okay? Realize that. Okay, just, I didn't say anything. No one remembers anything of this, okay?
I remember.
Ooh, you forget.
I completely fucked up.
It's okay. We all know Sweden hasn't had to think about these things in a really long time. Since they lost Norway, just nobody's at home anymore. They don't even bother pretending that the lights are on.
Oh.
System survey complete.
Oh, and we're so close to pushing the enemy right back out again. I think this is possibly one of the most epic things I've ever done in this game. Wait a second, I forgot there's a system called media. There's a system. Where the hell is this media? I've apparently.
Joe, we have no context to understand what you're talking about.
No, I'm just. Basically, apparently I've had first contact with aliens in a system known as media.
And your
Why is
point.
it called media?
Do I have Dead by Daylight? I don't think I do. I think I do on Epic. Dead by Daylight. That's a good game, I've heard. Like, you need a lot of DLC for that, though. So I'm just answering some questions on Twitch.
Dead by Daylight, huh?
Yeah, it's meant to be alright. I think, I came off to a slow start, but the fact that they keep adding new killers and, like, iconic killers as well.
I'll play Dead by Daylight. I'm
Yeah, we should give it a go sometime. Like, there's a bunch of games we should give a go on the server. The trouble is, we're not that big that I can't, that I can pick up a decent group in.
I mean,
and usually
Dead by
I'm
Daylight
busy as well.
free, or it was at one point.
I think it was, and there's a lot of DLC to go with it as well.
Yeah,
What about like Planetside 2?
violence. I guess no
Did you say
planet side.
Planet Side 2?
I did.
I have.
Oh, I
Planet Side 2.
played PlanetSide 2 before. It's good. It's a good game. But I haven't played it in quite a while though.
Buy it, probably at
I
some
will
point.
say,
Oh, it's very good as a sniper.
this lag is making it virtually impossible for me to actually move my fleets around. I'm trying to.
Yeah, Joe,
face
that's
off
your
this.
computer lagging. That's not our.
It shouldn't be lagging. There's nothing fucking out so apart from Discord.
No, but you're
It's,
slowing down.
you're still running on a laptop though.
Optionally, you could try running it through Linux. And like, no additional processes in the background.
Hmm.
Run Discord off your phone or something.
Construction complete.
By the way, is there a screenshot channel on the Discord server?
What's that? Sorry.
Screenshot channel. Is there one?
A screenshot channel? I don't think there is. I was like, well, what kind of screenshot are you talking from gaming or just general?
Yeah, I mean both.
I think it would mostly be covered by PC gaming and whatever group it is. But dedicated screenshots, I'm not sure. I can make one at some point.
Yeah, we do need like a gallery, sort of.
We do have art channels. But as for screenshots, just stick it in PC or console or whatever it was.
Joe, do you
Yes?
need consumer goods?
Why?
I have consumer goods if you need consumer goods.
They wouldn't hurt.
They
They really
energy.
wouldn't hurt at all. Oh, I have some energy. I do have some energy.
2 energy to 1 consumer good.
However, what's the term? A trade-based empire, right? I could simply flip the policies. Trade policy, consumer benefits. No, actually no. Well, in that case, I'd be adding 0.5 energy credits and 0.25 consumer goods for each trade value. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can handle this myself before.
What
asking
tent
about
do you need?
Consumer goods? I
Yeah.
can take consumer goods.
I need energy.
Energy, yep.
Yeah,
Oh
2
wait, you
energy.
need energy. Ah,
Yeah.
well, I'm kind of all out on energy right now.
Oh, well, bugger. The one people who I might actually be able to do this with are...
Joe,
Yes?
you remember when I made you give me minerals? And it allowed me to like push out 2 relic alloy worlds? Yeah,
Research complete.
let's like Ketchup's trying to do the same thing, alright?
But I need consumer goods anyway, so it helps me.
Yeah, and
Plus,
it
Ketchup isn't
fucks you
anywhere-
over in.
Ketchup is on the other side of the galaxy, and there's no wormholes near me, so...
You say that, but like
He can go through the Confederation of Azure Chalice to get to you.
I'm not a total war empire, so that would take a while.
Well,
But you're
declare
Ketchup.
war.
You've managed to make what should be a pacifist empire. quite
Just give your people a nice speech and they'll, agree with you.
And you could also like make the speech incredibly unstandable and long. So
Yeah.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, and like at the end you say, do you guys want total war? And they're so fucking full with you that they're just gonna say yes, They don't wanna listen to you anymore.
Absolutely.
So that's one of my fleets. Where's the other one? Why is a fleet
Why are my fleets sometimes fast and sometimes slow? Considering they're made up of the same things with the same big, stuff.
Maybe they are having fuel issues like the Russians are.
No.
Or the Germans, you know.
Considering I am over naval capacity, that is a possibility.
Why are you over naval capacity?
Because I was rushingly building up a defense against an attack.
Understandable.
And I just accidentally went over it by slide like that. Anyway, I'm gonna. Yes, if I claim this system here, I get access to this. Oh, this is. If I move quickly enough, I can get all.
Special project complete.
Oh. That's more of an advantage than I thought.
Yo.
What is the air? Why do they have sonic potential?
Is that you, Tent?
That's me.
Well done.
Also, Joe
Jesus
never
Christ,
noticed that I
already.
claimed his systems.
Yeah, you didn't notice that I did that as well, but
I was in the middle of a war, okay? I was kind of focused on not losing everything to people I'm currently fighting.
Wait, did I miss something?
Research complete.
Joe missed that both Tent and I declared, late claims on a few of his systems.
Ah.
Oh, I get the feeling I know which systems you.
Absolutely mischievous.
Yeah.
Sounds like a...
This isn't my best game right now, so I don't know if I'll do that anytime soon.
System survey complete.
Most of us are having a rough time right now.
And here I am going from barely fighting my enemy off to pushing into their core and pushing through their border system.
That's what the Russians do.
Next NSW combination.
Joe, tell me more about how you're pushing through them.
Oh boy.
Yes, definitely.
Don't
next
make it
NSW.
sexual.
Please don't be a degenerate. I've got. Yeah, I mean, we've got a few risky things on the stream already, so let's not do that. I'm gonna have to try and buff this out with a few Phasmophobia streams, because I mean, God, my Fortnite streams get even more political than this one.
What?
Mainly because that's the only entertaining part of them.
That's because
No,
I'm
that's
not
because
there.
it's Fortnite. It's boring as hell.
If I was in every single one of
Fortnite's
the
alright.
streams, they would all get millions of views.
Of course.
Yes.
He would literally form a new political ideology just to get people to watch.
How would you know?
Oh my god, I am doing some seriously powerful pushes. This is amazing.
That's what he
sounds
said.
Like propaganda. This is false
No,
information.
seriously, they declared war on me, right, and were pushing me back, and now I've taken 4 of their systems, including one with quite a few gases in it.
Have you got claims of them?
I claimed them.
What?
Good.
They're
In the
gonna
middle of
catch
the war.
them? What the fuck, Joe? That's not okay.
Ketchup,
No, I
how
didn't say I
much
was gonna
research
gas
do you
them.
have?
Like, they have, like,
499.
And how many planets?
7. The main problem is the 10 thing and whatever, and one planet I have for research. I'm too dependent on the energy it produces right now to switch it over.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god! I can't believe how. I can't believe I actually managed to do that.
Enjoy what you can.
System survey complete.
Huh? I didn't hear you now. I genuinely.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
It was what we call a thinly veiled threat.
Oh, you said enjoy it while you can. No, it just clicked. I'd rather not. We fight Net because I do actually.
I'm aware of that.
At this point, but I just don't like fighting the players. It's not something I tend to enjoy.
Well, I wasn't the one that started that trend, but I mean, you gotta find a resolution to the game at some point, and we don't want to be here all night, I suppose.
No, yeah. I say the resolution tends to be whoever's on top when the crisis ends.
Oh, that's going to be a while, especially because we're going quite slowly at the moment.
Well, the crisis is at 2300? Maybe? I think I did reduce it last time.
I suppose we could have fun with that.
Maybe.
I mean, certainly I'm not going to do anything anytime soon. Probably going to get attacked by ketchup at some point, but that's how most of the games go. Whenever I'm next to him. Oh god, I've had a really shit start.
Oh, well that's unfortunate.
I mean, that doesn't mean I would have the shittest start. Because you're boxed in between me and a couple of others.
Yeah, and I've already proven myself to be have teeth by having taken out someone. Well, not taken
Yeah,
out,
but
taken
you're
a decent
British,
hit.
so the teeth aren't that good.
Do you want to get goofed?
I
What?
didn't even hear him.
You're talking about home. You're talking about home turf Brit here. As much as I like to say, I get along with people from other countries. Like fucking hell, you want to make a shot at mine? Really? Wow.
They get along so well. They make those foreign countries a part of theirs.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of Polish people in the United Kingdom, but we don't have a lot of United Kingdom people in Poland for some reason. I mean, I can't imagine why that's the case.
Well, no, he's the Estonian.
Oh shit. Oh, you're Estonian? Oh fuck. Yeah. My bad.
Wow.
I swear. I got you confused with someone else. You're Estonian.
Yeah, I'm about to get invaded by
I
Russia.
can't imagine.
I was gonna say you're the Polish guy, Stroheim. My apologies. It was that was Icon that said that.
I mean, I can't imagine why people don't want to move to a country that is fucked up by the government so hard that it can literally be called between a country run by idiots and a country run by religion. I can't imagine why people don't want to move there. From a better one.
And which one's the religion, eh?
I mean, I'm talking about Poland here because, like, the church is basically like having a high influence on the political party, which is not ideal, might I add.
Definitely not.
Oh yeah, no. Separation of church and state is important.
Yeah, and also, all of our governments are fucking idiots. Like, yes, all our people are voting because they want higher wages and higher wages.
I do like how they're looking to be proactive with Ukraine. I do need to say that.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of shit. I mean, our country has been under Russian rule for. Wait, that's gonna be the partitioning and.
Well, you guys are doing all right now. You're one of the best NATO allies.
That's gonna be nearly 200 years of being under Russian rule.
Better numbers.
From like overall history. So yeah, we know how shit it is.
Peasant numbers.
Yeah. Well then.
200?
Yeah. Then
Yeah,
before
that's
the well, with Estonia, if I remember correctly, before the Russians, it was the Germans.
Oh, and the Swedes as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Swedes were in between.
Yeah, the Germans.
Yeah,
the
goddamn Swedes.
No, it was, the Poles were also in there as well.
Well,
Yeah,
probably
because
at some point,
because Estonia became a part of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth
Oh yeah,
around
there
the
was a
reign.
part, and we warred over your territories at some point because it was like Sweden. Yeah.
Well, no, it was because the German nobility in Estonia didn't want to be kicked out from their noble estates by the Russians, so they just they peacefully let themselves be annexed by the Poles, so that the nobles didn't have to pay taxes to the Russians.
I hope we didn't oppress you, because if we did,
Well,
go fuck
eventually,
yourself.
eventually, the Estonians got tired of paying Polish taxes, and the Poles wanted the Estonians to be Catholic again.
honestly,
so then they
it would
just
be hard to find someone who hasn't
okay, never mind.
oppressed us
I
at this
forgive
point.
you. I forgive you for revolting because we wanted to make you Catholic. I forgive you.
So then,
Yeah, no, we don't rape children
Catholicism,
like you.
Catholicism is cringe.
Catholicism is cringe. All my homies believe in the flying spaghetti monster.
Force.
yeah.
You go monster, come on. The fuck
Yeah,
is
so
it?
then the Estonians did the same thing to the Swedes eventually, because the Swedes reneged on their agreement where the nobles didn't have to pay taxes.
Hmm.
So we've fucked ourselves. Well, we've been fucked and we have unfucked ourselves multiple times.
Well, I mean, it's the German nobles mostly.
Yeah, well, they're not the threat
Germany
currently.
seems to have like did a lot of shit in its
mostly
history.
everyone but the Estonians.
We actually won a war against Russia, which is fun.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Winter War or?
No, not
Because-
the fucking winter war. That's the Finnish. You don't
Oh yeah,
fuck.
sorry.
No, it was our fucking independence war. After World War One.
Well, technically, you only stayed independent because Woodrow Wilson wanted to see a bunch of little countries all over the
Well,
place.
Debatable. The British sent us more aid than them.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
did.
on the what was it? The Treaty of Versailles made Estonia, and Woodrow Wilson was the main one. Who
Well,
To be fair,
no,
Woodrow
we
Wilson
had
was a holier than thou acting asshat.
I'm pretty sure we had an uprising after the fucking Russians had the commies, you know, the fucking red and whites, you know.
Yeah, well,
And then we fought with the whites to gain our independence.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess a better phrasing of it would be was internationally recognized Estonia.
No, independence.
Yeah,
Wow,
No,
I
no,
do
what
not
I'm saying is the
know
help we
Northern
did.
history at fucking all.
Oh, you called Estonia a northern country. Thank you for that.
Listen,
Alright,
you're
'cause
far enough north, okay? You're far enough north.
Estonia wants to. Estonia essentially.
No, we
wants
don't
to
want to. We
become
are.
Nordic.
Fuck off, we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck off, don't. If the
I
fucking
didn't say
Danes
you
can do
were.
it, so can
I
we.
didn't say you. I
If
didn't
the
say
Danes
you
can do
were.
it, so can we.
I-
Okay.
I didn't say you weren't.
Well,
I-
then
You
say
could
we
want
were
to
as
be
well.
something while still being something. You could want to be something while you are that something. That is not impossible. My point was not that you aren't. My point is that you are happy with being.
Yeah, I've just checked on Google Maps. Yeah, we're definitely far enough up to be considered northern.
Exactly. Honestly, I think we should kick the Danes out of the northern faction.
Honestly, I think we should just take off Estonia from the Europe and just plop it like between Finland and Sweden. Just plop it in there.
Yeah,
Fuck
6
Europe.
the land route.
Okay, so my Discord just died. I don't know why.
Yeah, he suddenly left.
What's
Yeah,
this?
so
Who?
it's me, the guy who didn't talk before.
Ah.
Hey, so if I survive an event and possible bombing of my country, if Putin is stupid enough to attack a NATO country, which one of you guys will be able to take me in?
Oh, I'm going to
I'm
Sweden. Well, Finland
because
first, but
I'm a
Sweden after.
university
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Finland and Sweden aren't
lets
NATO countries, so
everybody
nice
in,
try.
so-
We
yeah,
do.
Sweden- yeah, unless you're a
might let-
Ukrainian woman, though. They don't let any women in, though.
Yeah, they only let Africans in.
Country grinds it.
Oh,
Sigma
I
grinds it.
thought you were. Hello?
Yeah.
You were. I thought you were saying like which individual person, not which nation. That's why I said.
No,
like,
I would
because I'm a
take which
university
individual
student.
person. Don't get me
well,
wrong,
I have
Joe.
Swedish
I can't.
friends.
Unless you're okay with sharing a bed, because that's the only option we have.
Give me a rock.
Oh, I did not think that in my mind.
I don't want
Listen,
to
if
sleep.
you have
Yeah,
like a
well,
spare
that's-
blanket,
how
I'm just
nice.
gonna wrap myself
How
into a
nice.
burrito and I'm just gonna
I
sleep on
only
the
have
floor.
one bed,
Yeah,
I don't
but
have really
you
good
understand
sleep.
we're from fucked up countries. You don't mind sleeping on the floor.
Wait,
I
what?
mean, Estonia, it's basically like the Africa of Europe, right?
Not really. Fuck off. Well,
I mean,
currently we're
it's ju-
actually one of the most technologically advanced countries.
I will admit, I have looked into possibly going to a few European countries. Bulgaria is one, Estonia is another.
See, Estonia, at least you don't hear anything about it. With Bulgaria, you only hear bad things.
Bulgaria's got a lot of good skiing resorts apparently.
Yo, do we have anybody Romanian here?
No.
Oh, I forgot
No, all
Romania
our knowledge
existed.
was gone.
I changed my,
God, Romania.
I
Oh no.
Burn it with fire.
I
Fuck's sake.
changed my statement. That's the one you only hear bad things about.
No, fuck, I realized why the gas prices are going up. The Romanians are stealing all of it.
Fucking hell.
Guys,
When a wallet
did you see where the
drops,
galactic market got established?
Yeah.
yo, when a wallet drops, who is first, bacteria or a Romanian person?
Oh, that's a bit spicy for Twitch.
Twitch, if you're ever gonna bomb Net, bomb me first, then it's gonna be all good.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm sure that works.
All precautions have been taken.
Switch will be
Yes,
cancelled in
yes.
Estonia anyway, so.
I mean, they're gonna just like give Google $20 and they're just gonna fucking I mean, what was that? What was the rockets like that caused the war crime? Like vacuum rockets that were just like
Yeah.
bombs and then just, oh yeah, they're just gonna throw it at my house and just boom, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Let them fucking try. Let me steal all the fucking tanks.
Who's the Confederated Garoffi tribe?
That would
Is that
be
an
me.
AI?
Well, I killed it, yeah. Well, not entirely killed it. It
have
caused
mercy on the
border
AI.
gore. It caused border gore.
They're in a defensive pact with the Confederation of Azure Chalice.
Okay. They're on the other side of me.
Research complete.
They're fine.
Yeah. The thing is, right, that means I'll have to fight two nations if me and the Confederation end up fighting.
Don't
each other
fight two
again.
nations at once. There were many instances in history that prove that it is a fucking bad idea.
Well, if
It's
it's
not like I have a choice.
no, if it's a two front war, then it's a bad idea. But fighting two nations isn't that bad of an idea.
Yeah, it depends on where those nations are and where they're
Yeah.
sending
Yeah.
troops from.
If they surround you, then it's not the best of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, Belarus is welling in on Ukraine as well, and you know they're doing fuck all.
Does anyone know what the fuck IGNR means?
What?
IGNR.
IGNR.
Yeah, like what's that short for?
Wait, I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, Googling.
I got no
Wait.
respect.
System survey complete.
The
It
free
means I got no
dictionary.
respect.
Igniter?
I
Something?
highly doubt that.
I don't know, whatever the hell that was. IGNR starts for Igniter.
An alien empire
Yeah, no, I don't think that's it, Chief.
Yeah, same. IGNR, Urban Dictionary. Okay, I found it. I get no respect. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
But is my mic muted?
Nope.
Yes,
We can hear you
yes,
now.
it is muted.
Yeah,
We can't
actually,
hear you.
I'm colorblind, so I can't hear him, my bad.
So just
Yeah,
send
we're
it,
all
yeah, I
psychic.
don't know something.
I just realized that my original leader Putin died, and because you can't
Fucking finally!
yeah,
Jesus
well,
Christ, I can sleep at night.
Long enough.
yeah, you can't
Okay,
you
we
can't
finally-
change, you can't make specific portraits, so now the Tsar is black.
Oh! I was gonna say Putin's in.
Okay, it seems that Soviet Russia has been taken over by Netflix.
I was going to say Putin invited fighters from the Middle East over, so it's very plausible.
Ah, shit.
Wasn't
So
there that
close and
one,
yet so far.
In Lost Ark, didn't they like just recolor one of the Japanese princesses or something?
How to change your nationality, 32nd edition.
Wait. Can you name can you change the names of diplomats?
Maybe.
Okay,
I
if
mean,
you can't
diplomats.
name one Rasputin. Name one Rasputin right fucking now.
Nah, you can't. Envoys are terrible anyway.
Rename one of them Bob.
Why?
How
Because
do
Bob
you?
is a
The
good
space
name.
trucker is back.
Oh, is it Billy Bob Space Trucker you're saying?
Ketchup.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have
Put him in charge of a fleet, you know.
robots
my
that are considered undesirables.
Jesus Christ, I've like
What
watched
about them?
15
How do I
episodes of
make
that
them
and I watched myself.
desirable?
You gotta
If you
have.
AI
Wait,
outlaws,
wait just a
if you have
second.
AI outlaws, they won't be.
Yeah, no, I don't have that, Joe.
If you have
Yeah.
AI outlawed,
Are
then
they,
the AI will make themselves lawed by
Make
destroying
them
the
look
government.
nice, you know.
Are they from a machine intelligence?
Yes.
You can't. You
Ah,
have to exterminate them. I know it's annoying.
It's not like you're choosing to exterminate them, it's literally like they can't survive in your empire.
I just plug them up into the grid. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Just do /shutdown and it's gonna work. Just log out.
Flash off.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
What kind of military strength would you say is required to take on the Grand Dragon? You know,
Should be fine with 700.
20k?
20k.
Fighting a dragon is a very hard task. You need at least 2 men.
Yes. so that as long as they run, you know, slower than you can escape. You don't need to be faster than them.
No. The idea is you stick one with a shitload of C4 and let him get eaten. And then you just blow up the C4 and get called a hero, even though he died. He was a worthy sacrifice. That's the big brain plan.
You don't need to be faster than the dragon, you just have to be faster than your friend.
quote unquote friend.
Yeah.
So Joe tried to just ask how to defeat an empire, and I just said, well, dragons are hard to kill.
No,
someone
it
said
was
something
a
about the dragon.
It was a dragon that he wants to kill, the Ether Drake. Because he wants those dragons.
Well, drakes and dragons aren't the
Use
fucking
gun.
same
No,
thing.
not
How-
the
And if
Ether
that
Drake,
doesn't work,
not the
use
Ether
more
Drake,
gun.
The Rubricator Dragon. The Rubricator
Oh.
Dragon, because
Oh.
Who
the
the
Inward
fuck came up
Perfectionist
with that
Empire. No, it's not. That's not the name of it. That's what it guards.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah.
use the overwhelming power of friendship, and a gun found along the way.
F is for friends that you stuck together, U is for you and me. N is for...
Well,
That's funnier.
well,
That's funnier.
I think we all know what it stands for.
What?
System survey
Nigeria.
complete.
Oh, sorry, my mic got cut off there.
Wait, if you get someone say the first part, I say the second.
No.
I don't think
I
that'd
don't
be.
think
No.
that. Well,
That's a bad idea.
I mean, if Net were to be a female streamer, then that would be okay, which would not bad enough.
If I was a female streamer, I wouldn't be a narrator. I would be a Twitch thought.
Net.
I would have an OnlyFans.
Transgender.
would have
Net-
to be, have
Yeah,
five
yeah.
fucking
Net,
tits
why
for
are
that.
you not a
They're
woman?
becoming.
Become a tranny and they won't ban you. They don't have the authority.
Become trans, do the same.
I want to be like,
masculinity
oh,
and
thank you for donating $100, Lockheed. Ooh, let me put your name on the board. I'm going to shake my ass at the cam. Stop objectifying me. That's basically modern day women on Twitch. All of them.
If they
Oh,
cancel you, just throw your cat at them, you know, easiest way.
I'm not a lunatic, fucking hell.
Objectify me, they say. Stop objectifying me, they say, as they sell their fucking battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to regret it in about 10 years when their profiles become public.
You can't say stop objectifying me and monetize people.
I mean, you can, but
Yeah.
Well, you
Alright,
I mean, they're doing that right now, so obviously.
yeah, so
they can.
obviously they can.
Guys, a
But what I
big
mean
question: is it
non-horny discussion?
is it pronounced GIF or GIF?
GIF.
Yes.
It's a GIF.
You're all
What I'm
wrong.
gonna say is,
It's
not
pronounced
pronounced
as 12.
I don't care what the actual guy who invented it says it's called. It's GIF. If he wanted it to be called GIF, he would have spelled it with a J instead of a G.
Talking about Net, do you know what GIFF is?
GIF. Sounds uncomfortably
Yeah.
close to some fairy shit.
Yeah.
Search that up.
No.
On stream, please.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, Ketchup, thanks for going into a commercial pattern, mate. Always good.
Okay, do you know what the word loquaciousness means?
Loquaciousness.
Yes.
I don't know. There's not related to the word loquacia, is it?
English major moment. Finally, the years of my life wasted are useful.
Yes.
Doesn't even know the word.
Wait, so you don't know the word to describe this exactly specific situation that will never happen again? Are you dumb?
Actually, I spent 9 years learning it. Thanks for asking.
So,
Well,
have you seen the post, like somebody trying to find a name to a slur for like small kids, and just a Polish person replying? Or have you not?
No, I never heard that.
Send me that.
Slur for small kids? I've never heard that one.
Basically, if you want a slur for small children, like children below 10, we have a Polish word for that. It's called gówniaki, which roughly translates to shitlings.
Oh, that's good. We need a word like that.
Accurate.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You can call it like kids under 12, and it will work.
I think we have a similar word.
I was gonna say, I think the closest one we have is crotch goblin.
That's Americanized. You have like, I don't know, wet biscuit or something.
What
Oh.
biscuit?
No, Limp Biscuit is wet Limp Biscuit is something completely different.
I was gonna say, soggy biscuit is not something you ever want to be caught playing.
Especially not if you're talking about children.
Whoa.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're not talking about soggy biscuit, are you?
You don't identify as MAPs, you know. You can't be saying this shit.
Oh my! If you identify as an MAP, you should vibe check your head with a 700 Nitro Express. If you haven't seen
yes.
that caliber, do so,
yes.
and then buy one
Yes,
and shoot yourself.
The anti-tank gun of normal guns.
Yeah. Just the caliber is so stupid. I think it's used to hunt like elephants or some shit.
Oh, honestly, I prefer to use World War II anti-tank rifle, to be honest. You know, to each their own.
Just lob like just a heat round at them.
Yeah, imagine weapons with an anti-tank rifle.
Oh, I have an idea. I have a perfect idea that encapsulates how well the American police deals with like black people. Just strap.
Deals with what? Sorry, I couldn't quite catch that.
What?
Did you just say what I thought you just said? How American police deals with what? Like, bloody hell, no! No!
He didn't use the word, so it's
I
fine.
said black people.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Like, still implying that shit. No,
Combination of skin.
no, not on stream, especially not on stream.
Why saying
We're
black
saying
people is
black
not allowed?
people is okay.
No. I was saying how American police No. Saying how American police handles black people. That specifically, no.
Okay, so
No.
But basically, argumenting yourself on using a heat round against an elephant, it would be perfect just strapping an AR-15, just duct taping it onto it, and you're just saying, look, he has a gun. And then, well, what are you gonna do? It's an elephant with a gun.
Research complete.
And then just to be continue with like a heat round.
American wouldn't use duct tape, they'd use flex tape, so you'd never get your gun back.
No, you're just gonna have to like
That's a lot of
slightly.
I got this elephant in half.
You're gonna have to take the chunks of meat off of the strap, so that only skin remains, and then you can just have like a.
I got this elephant in half to prove the power of flex tape.
To show the power of flex tape, I blew this elephant up.
I shot this elephant with an anti-material rifle.
That's a lot of damage.
Now we're gonna use flex seal.
just put just mixes flex seal and the bits of elephant together and just plops down a new elephant.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard, but I love it.
Listen, it's 9 p.m. and it's Friday, and I've had a mediocre day.
No worries, go rest, dude.
No, it's 9 p.m. What the hell are you gonna do now?
I was gonna say, oh no, that wasn't Lockheed, was it? I was gonna say, what, ICAP, what time is it over there?
10.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's 8 o'clock here, so what, 2 hours ahead? Really?
Yep.
That's surprising.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, it is, because you're several time zones ahead of us.
Who knows how long? It shouldn't be surprising.
I mean, time is a concept of the human mind and does not exist. And therefore, when I'm late, I am justified.
A small cube inside that just processes everything. It's empty. There's just a small cube inside. It's how it works. Just a small cube. At the end of like. What the hell was like the nervous
system? I just saw the name of your capital system. I just saw the name of your capital system.
Yes.
It's never changed.
I
really?
just saw it.
Is this MS? Wait, MEP, like abbreviation of it, MEP.
Yes.
In short.
Yes.
Well, MEP.
Net, you are mentally a fucking child.
Yep.
And I wouldn't want it any different.
Thank you, I'll appreciate it.
You're mentally a child, and that's why I'm attracted to you.
No. Okay. I officially denounce you that you are not a cop for that. You are not a cop.
Listen, the legal age in Estonia used to be 14 like a year ago. They just changed it to 16.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wow.
Bloody hell.
In Mexico, it's like 12, or I think it's lower in some places.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, they changed the legal age this year.
Mexico.
Well, the Catholic Church is whatever the fuck you want.
Actually, what's the legal age in the Vatican?
It was 12 until 2019, then they changed it to 16.
I think I just got you on the switch.
Wait. The Vatican?
Fuck. It's
I would...
guys.
Resource-wise, I'm not doing too bad.
No, I accidentally changed name. Fuck.
What did you want? What did you do?
Before I had the sacred, ever-growing Saurium coalition under meritocratic rule.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
all of my empires are acronyms. And that may or may not have...
Are they at least funny acronyms?
Dude, they're the funniest shit ever.
No. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he had something like something beginning with C. I can't remember what, Union of Matriarchs or something before.
Yes, that was cunt,
That's
I believe.
called cum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now,
We know you're very familiar with
and
it.
now he's playing the SCC.
No, fuck off, ketchup thrower.
Okay,
He's playing the SCC.
it used to be the sex cum, but now it's...
That is.
It's getting childisher and childisher at the moment.
I changed the name, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Ketchup, I'm assuming you renamed the Arctic world that you settled.
Listen, the names are just as creative as
Yeah, I have
Kerbal
my
Space
own
Program
name.
rocket names.
Imagine
Renamed
an
it to
SCP
Siberia.
Yeah.
So you have Siberia on Earth and you have Siberia the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
okay
of them
guys,
have Russian.
question. Which is worse, Siberia or Venezuela?
Venezuela.
Situation log updated.
Right answer.
Venezuela.
Because you got malaria and stuff. There's way more diseases.
Yeah, but it's the best country on earth.
Nah.
It really isn't.
It is. Then.
Which country?
Even the police don't accept bribes in Venezuelan pesos anymore.
Like, nice idea,
That would surprise me.
but guys, think of this. What if you, I don't know, maybe rename the word to Venezuela and then, inflate the tax until the inflate the currency until the end of time?
I mean,
Yeah, there's the Zimbabwe approach. Very interesting. That could work.
Nah, the Federal Reserve.
You just have to make the whole world adopt healthcare and then they'll all become communist. That's the first step.
Listen, you've heard like what was the first, the chicken or the egg? But now, part 2. What was first? Plant or seed?
Well,
Plant.
Vsauce music plays.
I mean, it's literally the same question,
fuck
so...
you first, get fucked!
But listen, in the first question you can easily answer that by the egg was the first. If we're counting in as the egg that contained the chicken, it would be first because it would have to contain a chicken from parents that were not genetically perfect.
Well, I'd say the egg would come first because modern day chickens descend from dinosaurs and they laid eggs.
That's if we're asking what appeared first, not what was first, as in an egg that contains a chicken, or a chicken that came from an egg. And of course, it's the egg.
Are you a fucking Polish philosopher now? Like, what the fuck happened to you?
Tent in general, tent in the actual game chat.
I'm getting a phone call.
Come first. Come.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the cam.
I do not do that in my head.
The calm lords have arrived.
I guess you could call them comments. Comments? Anyone?
No.
Comments?
Hey Net, what do you call your audience, You gotta make a name up for
My
your
audience. I don't know. Like, what do I call you?
You gotta
Fuck, I don't know.
Goal.
I don't know. Like, a name to describe everyone. Like, what are the others? Is like, I don't know.
Oh, well,
My little
Like-
Angus says back again with another video.
your
No,
name
no,
is
not
Net,
that
so it has to start with N at least.
Oh god.
What's up, mate? No, I'm not doing that.
Then
No, I'm not gonna take a leaf out the Cripple Blood Gang's leaf book and go with that word. I don't know.
Netizens? Come on.
No.
No, oh god. I mean,
Jesus Christ, and the opening from like The Simpsons. Oh my god.
what's up, you bunch of degenerate males? I don't know. I mean, degenerate males. Nah. I don't know. Like, I've not really gotten that kind of audience. Like, we just stick around. We just stick around on Twitch. But as far as the the whole Net Narrator stuff goes, it's just, you know, I mean, over half of the people that watch the videos aren't even subscribed, so, you know, and I'm not really like a personality YouTuber.
Okay, I have the perfect name.
Yeah.
Crusty Underdeveloped Men.
I don't know. I don't know if I go to like the proper like egomaniac YouTuber stuff where I get a following. I don't know what's up, Cub Lords or something like that. What?
No. Starts with hello, cum. I'm back again.
I'm not gonna go hello cum. It's gonna be cum something.
It reminds me of like that.
I don't know. What's up, cum? I don't know.
Where a father would call their children his sperms. That's a power move.
What's up, my little split condoms? Net Narrator here.
Just let me look this up. Okay, I found it. I'm posting in meme SFW because.
I don't know. We can people can discuss that on the Discord. Like, what do I call people that watch the stuff? Because I mean, I'm gonna eventually put these VODs up on YouTube when I can actually be bothered. Let's be honest, because work has been really shitty to me lately.
Half of them won't be monetized though.
I suspect quite a few of them won't be monetized. No, well, actually, I mean, I did the film Aurelian, and that's actually monetized to some degree, and that was the 4chan Stalker Diary, which I did quite a while ago. So that's monetized. So I don't know. I might be able to do it. It just depends.
What did you say it was?
Well, the film Aurelian. That's the 4chan Stalker Diary.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that on a road trip.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some very questionable stuff in there. I think there's a sex scene in which he has he has sex with a hologram of UTV or something. I don't know. It's very strange. But I don't. Go ahead.
Did anybody else leave while I was gone?
Nope.
No, not yet. We're talking about what I call my audience, what I should call my audience.
What about jelly beans?
Have you heard about a channel called Jelly Bean?
No,
don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
We don't talk about jelly.
Yeah, I mean, if Wet10 is saying we don't talk about it.
Bloody hell! Like, how bad? How bad is it?
No. Okay, no. It's not like that kind of bad. We're talking like, imagine Dream stands,
Is
but
that
like
the green one?
Dream stands, but they put
Dream
like
is the green
sensory
one.
deprivations in shorts,
but
and they
is the
just
jelly one also
overreact to
green?
everything.
Dream, it's like 15-year-old having overdosed on caffeine.
Damn.
It's just like a channel consisting of YouTube shorts with an overreactive dream stand that overreacts to everything and every single thing. That is not funny, it's cringe at all times, and
Yes, it's the
sensory
purple fucker.
deprivation in every single one of their clips.
Haha, guys, I'm 7 feet tall.
What?
Yeah,
Indeed.
something like that. They sound like that.
Bloody hell!
I fear for the future generation.
Hey guys, I was actually lying to you. I'm 7 feet tall.
Hello, please help me. I am under the water. It's raining too much.
Ketchup, there ain't anything to worry about. We'll just create a deep state.
Is
People
that the
will-
guy that reacted to the fucking Satan begins with S and straight people also begin with S?
Actually, yeah, that was one of their videos.
God.
Jesus Christ. They said they agreed with that.
Yeah, that's fucking...
That's big
I
brain.
also agree with that completely. Yeah. Can I get my subscribers now, please? Guys,
Yeah.
where are my views?
So,
Actually,
as
Dockster,
far
you
as
know?
I can tell, we have two weebs in here, because Joe, I think we both understand.
I'm pretty sure they doxed her though, because I saw like a family picture with her in it.
Dogs too.
The fucking jelly bean.
The jelly bean.
The jelly bean fucker. All fear him.
I'll find the video if you guys want. Give me a sec.
Wait, what?
No.
No,
No.
don't spread it. Motherfuckers having hard enough of time already.
No, no, no.
Listen, they're already undergoing mitosis. Like the channel is just being cloned over and over and again. Like the person is different, but the content is literally the same type of dog shit.
Do you know what mitosis is, bro?
Yes.
It's when cells divide.
Yes, and these people have singular celled brains, so just it divides and then creates an entire organism around itself, and then just replicates that way.
Isn't that the whole LGBTQ community though?
What?
Isn't that the whole LGBTQ community though?
Joe, we can't hear you. Your mic must have gone.
Mitosis, like they just cut one in half and then they just replicate the other missing half and they just go their separate ways.
What, like cutting what in half? Like gay people in half? I mean,
yeah, I mean,
didn't know Saudi Arabia was the most LGBT friendly.
That's how they multiply. You just cut one in half and then the other half grows back on both of them and just walk their separate ways. That's how gay people spread.
Looks like someone's just declared war on Joe. Oh dear, what a shame. Anyway, carry on.
Anyways.
Also, why the Grey Archives?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, what, for the name of the Discord? It was a placeholder name. We couldn't think of anything better, and I haven't bothered to change it since. That's basically why.
Okay.
Like, what are we supposed to call it? Like, Net Narrator's basement with free candy for children or something.
I like that idea.
Like, probably not the most professional to go with.
The cum regiment. Or the cum brigade, the crusty underdeveloped.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm trying to go full legit as as a voice actor and shit here, so I can't do that.
I mean, you can, stand out from the crowd.
No. Well, I'm
finding your channel and just, oh wow, this guy is professional and just.
All right. Having said that, my name on Discord is Britfag, so.
That your Discord is the biggest shit post the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, Net's Discord is pretty tame, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I mean, I've been in contact with a couple of professionals, even though my Discord name is literally Britfag, and I don't bother checking my official Net Narrator email. Like, I don't think I've checked it in months. But no.
Oh, fuck you, remember something.
No, I've been.
Actually, checks their email. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been in contact. I obviously have done a couple of things. People have paid me to do their stories. Like people have asked me to do like a mini series of their book, for example. Like I've done the Seven Sovereigns thing was a bit different because Zeph is one of the mods here, and we just we just came to an agreement on that quite early on. But yeah, I mean, I've been contacted with a bunch of stuff. I think the latest is. It's weird because like a while ago, like before I'd even properly started doing HFY stories, I did one from the Donald, like when that was a thing up on Reddit, and I basically narrated a few things from there, which was quite funny. And people want to cite them as something for his report on censorship on the internet or something like that. And he was asking me a bunch of questions and all of that. So I don't know if it's going to be a hit piece or not, but yeah.
Hey, Net, what do you need for the Predator rank?
Just be active, talk to the mods, and if you're active, just talk to a mod, and they'll probably give it to you.
Oh yeah, I'm extremely active on this server, as everyone has seen.
That is true. Yeah, you've been.
You mean to get the Predator rank, you don't need to collect a certain amount of children?
I mean that is one way of doing it.
Oh well, I certainly didn't steal any children.
I mean, by the 3/5 compromise, I only have 30 of them.
Sir, you have committed grave offenses against the law. How do you plead? So you see, there's this Discord.
when the fucking cherry pulls up your Discord conversations.
You need my Predator rank.
You see, I need a cobblestone in Hypixel Skyblock, and minions aren't fast enough. So the next best answer is slavery. That is a quote stolen from Technoblade. Go check his channel out.
I don't know who that is, but
I
sure.
don't think anyone in here knows who that is, except you and me. Maybe Joe.
Probably Joe. Probably Joe
I
knows.
think I do know. Is that the
Sounds like
fucking Minecraft
anime.
YouTuber?
That got cancer, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Fucking idiot.
By the way,
Lol.
before I got
Imagine
in here,
getting
how many
cancer.
Joe beans were there?
Oh, sorry. What were you
Imagine
saying?
having 206 bones instead of 205.
I'm just curious, like, before I got in here, how many times did Joe Mama,
Many, many times. Many by 10.
yeah.
Like that's how much that joke has been used.
Well,
I mean,
a couple of times.
why would you not? English is the best language in existence ever.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that doesn't speak English needs to learn the proper language.
Excuse me,
No,
but
no, go one step
Worcestershire
further. They should
sauce.
be executed
How
if
the
they
fuck
don't
do you
know
pronounce
English.
that?
I mean,
Okay, guys, question.
You're asking me how to pronounce
you-
words?
Would you rather like learn an ancient fucking language that's forgotten, or would you rather like learn a language that's actually
don't learn
like
French.
relevant? You know?
Avoid
Ancient language so I can summon a demon to teach me a new language.
Exactly.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Well, I mean, why would I want to learn a different language? I already know English.
Exactly.
Curiosity.
Yeah, if I'm in France, all I need to do is speak English, and they very reluctantly and angrily speak English back. So it's no problem.
Exactly. They know their place. They know that their language is worse.
Yeah.
You know what?
They're like, oh, he's an English person. I better speak English. Ooh. That's basically how the French people react when.
Wiecie co? Chrzanić was, zaczynam mówić po polsku, walić to.
He's speaking alcoholism.
I'm gonna speak sauerkraut if you don't.
Dawaj, robimy to.
You guys fuck around with that. I'm speaking Estonian, and we're all gonna get raped.
Lecimy z tym,
Oh,
panowie.
you're the Estonian one. I thought he was Scottish.
Dobra, powiem wam jedyne słowo, które znacie. Kurwa. That's the only word you can understand.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Isn't that fucking Russian though?
I am going to take your
No,
teeth out,
that
boil them,
listen,
and
listen,
then feed
listen.
to you.
Shut the fuck up. It sounds like Russian because I learned Russian in school and I don't know shit. Okay.
I am going to take your teeth out, boil them, and then shove them up your ass.
What fucking
Someone's-
thick Estonian? Are you retarded?
Hey, Icop, how do you say 12 months in Estonian?
I forgot.
Someone sounds insecure about how much their language sounds like Russian.
Yeah.
Listen, being compared to that is not nice.
Titling an entire fucking population of a country, that is also not nice.
Yeah, generalizing. Oh yeah, they're like Slavic, so they're Russian. That's like saying every Asian person is Chinese.
Well, they are.
They are.
You know what? Fuck you.
I mean, they all look the same, so you know. What's the?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I suspect a specific portion of the Asian population have some Japanese DNA in them, thanks to World War II.
Well, didn't they kill them after they raped them?
I don't think they did. I mean, there were a bunch of comfort girls around that time. I think, yeah. I mean, there's got to be a bunch of modern generations with some Japanese DNA in them.
Well, but like with the stuff at like Nanjing where they had their fathers rape the daughters.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did some pretty.
I didn't know that. Holy
The
hell!
reason that the Japanese army was considered to be worse than everything else.
Yeah, maybe change the subject from that. I didn't realize like Nanking was quite that bad. Oh, bloody hell!
I mean-
when you get twitched off, what?
I was gonna say,
of Twitch.
Twitched off.
Yeah.
Yeah, twitched off.
I'm gonna twitch you off.
Just tell the Twitch moderators they're being, insensitive to Japanese culture.
Exactly. Tell them they're being beta cocks.
I'm sure that'll work.
Touch grass.
Twitch pants speedrun any percent.
I mean, oh, I should do that one of these days. That would be funny. No, I mean, I'm certainly not going to do the Ice Poseidon approach of begging Twitch to be let back on, even though there's no way they'll do it.
I know what you should say. Tell them. I'm just gonna send you the best response to anything.
No,
It's
I
in the
just
Twitch
start
chat.
streaming like explosive making guides to children.
Yeah. Well, bear in mind, even if I switch tabs, it won't show up on stream. I've got it specifically
Actually,
keyed to
that's a
my
fucking
Stellaris
genius
window.
idea. Go into the just chatting genre and put your stream name as teaching how to make explosives to children. You'd get so.
I don't know. I'd probably rather if small children join the stream, I'll give them free candy or something like that.
Yes,
Very
just give me your
questionable.
address and,
Yeah.
I have like an entire 3 chocolate bars downstairs, so.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of Smarties in my basement.
And I've got a whole strawberry and chocolate cake. Top that, motherfucker.
Wait, what happened to Joe?
Oh, I think. Wait, I thought he was back. Yeah, he was having a call from his mum, I think.
What? Hello?
No, his mum isn't calling you, but.
Gentlemen, next time you choose to unpause the game, I specifically ask to be paused while I'm talking to my mum on the phone and have to go away to get actual connection.
We couldn't hear you.
We didn't hear you, but it was specifically in chat. I did point it out. Sorry, man.
Anyone actually reads that?
No, I did say.
Someone who can't use voice chat.
Well, that sounds like a skill issue.
That sounds like a you problem.
No. That's me. We do it for other people. Let's be fair about that. Very sorry about that, Joe. I should have said something. I didn't realize. I thought you'd already come back.
Please try and be careful about it in the future, because that is rather annoying to come back and realise that because the game was paused, a fleet that I wasn't able to counter because I wasn't there has now taken over like 3 or 4 systems.
Just fucking roleplay it as your commanders being incompetent and you'll have much more fun, you know?
Yeah.
Don't get so fucking angry about everything.
I may not be playing to win. I may not be playing to when the players fuck up, you hate the players, not the game.
I mean, just
No. You tell yourself that the game has fucked up since the generals are fucking idiots, and then you hate the game.
Well, that's the Putin approach. Putin's apparently fired like 6 generals in less than half the days.
Yeah, and he's promoting new ones to die on the fucking front.
Yep.
Generals are on the front, I think.
I mean, you gotta hand it to the man. He's wasting his most elite troops and his most elite officers.
So besides being alive, what does he have over Stalin?
I mean, Stalin was better.
He's lived longer.
I don't know. I mean, Stalin did manage to starve more people, so.
No. Stalin is a fucking Chad, you know.
Stalin's a Chad. Stalin lost so many people in wars. Like
compared to Putin, fucking Putin is a beta fucking cock compared to Stalin, though.
He's a beta male.
I fucking hate.
Yeah, I mean, Putin does taekwondo. I mean, that's basically what your mum does in the park.
Got revoked, you know.
Yeah. Fucking cuck compared to Alexander the Great. What's your fucking point?
Nah. I'm pretty sure Joseph Stalin touched children.
I know what he has over Stalin. I know what he has over Stalin. He finally fucking unified the Polish people. Like that's the first fucking time in history. Yeah, exactly. That's fucking impossible, but he did it.
Wet tent?
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
What happened?
But I think they.
Well,
Actually,
I'm heading out.
What he has he hasn't invaded Finland yet, you know.
Are you heading off, Ten? Well, should we stop it? Should we stop here? Maybe do this another time then.
Please can you just let me kick out the assholes attacking me?
Wait, no, Wet Tent.
I have a much larger fleet than them.
Sure, but Wet Tent's. You want to leave?
Are we gonna continue it?
I don't mind, but
No, I don't really care if you guys keep going.
I mean, it would just be me, you, and me, Ketchup, and Joe in that case. I mean, I'm cool stopping it here then. It would make sense.
What?
Well, is Lockheed gonna be here next week?
I don't know. I mean, he's online. I think he's playing D&D.
Even if he is, even if he is a slight difference. No, even if everyone else is here, we always seem to, even with the slight difference in simply, it's not the same week, we always seem to start a new game.
Yo, Net, check your chat.
Which chat?
Twitch.
Twitch.
Streamlabs is doing something.
That's what you say, like the Twitch mods.
I don't have any Twitch mods. I just have a Twitch bot, which isn't doing anything.
But I mean, if like the Twitch
Do you
moderators
mean
that are like,
Twitch fault?
I mean, say that to like the Twitch sims that will come to you after they like, do something bad. Just L, what is this plus L plus ratio plus wrong plus get a job plus unfunny plus you fell off plus never liked you anyway plus cope plus you're allergic to gluten plus don't care plus cringe you're a kid plus literally shut the fuck up plus guy.
Yeah, and I can see my Streamlabs bot did something about that.
Not
But yeah,
it's
speaking of,
modded.
to change the subject, Icon, can you tell me how do you say 12 months in Estonian?
That's an interesting way of doing it.
I'll give you all guys a lesson. Cocks taste good.
Yep. And that's why you need to learn the proper language.
Honestly, it's
Excuse me,
funnier
how-
to just say cocks taste good. Isn't it?
I will never be convinced that English is the best language because you don't have a word for the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's fucking idiotic.
The day after tomorrow. We do have a word for it. It's Sunday.
Even I fucking know this. Overmorrow, there is a word for it. At least it's like in a certain dictionary.
My opinion would still be that it should be called tomorrow, but like in the number.
In traditional British English, after tomorrow is actually a thing.
No, it should
It's
be
the
called
Americans
Morrowind.
who threw it away. Oh god damn it! Stop with your nerdiness.
Says the weeb.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey! I'm a weeb, not a nerd. There is a difference.
My teacher called
No.
It's worse.
Yeah, one of them is worse, and it's clearly what, and we clearly know which one.
Joe just got racial. What the fuck?
Bro, he's about to ban us all. We're about to get banned.
Weebs are weebs, and nerds can nerd. Nerds, just like geeks can be a nerd of anything.
Geeks can be a nerd. Just Jesus Christ.
I can't be a nerd. I'm a nationalist socialist.
I've just seen a headline. Putin places head of the FSB's foreign intelligence branch under house arrest for failing to warn him that Ukraine could physically resist invasion. Like fucking hell. Like you cannot do any mental gymnastics with this guy. Like he is properly fucking up. Like he's basically trying to either arrest people or kill people before they can start a coup against him. Honestly, and what's funny as well is we know where Putin's girlfriend and his children are. They're in Switzerland.
Well then.
Like I was gonna say, I
only know where his children are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just if anyone on the server wants to go kidnap him and say, okay, Putin, you can get them back, but only if you subscribe to Net Narrator on YouTube, and that'd be brilliant.
Hey, ketchup, you know where the children are at.
Ukraine should be the first.
No. Subscribe to me on YouTube should be the first thing, then leave Ukraine.
No, because if he subscribes to you, most of your fans are probably going to leave out of boycotting him.
No,
Oh, I won't.
Gonna happen.
I'm immune to
Net
cancellation.
Narrator is gonna. Net is gonna catch some plutonium or whatever.
Novichok probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, so far I've been cancel proof. I mean, I've done a few questionable videos. Let's be honest.
The problem is you're not large enough for the mob to care.
Well, that's true. But like the main defense against being cancelled is just not to give a shit about what others think of you, or what the mob think, or what the mob thinks of you. I should put it that way.
Hey, so Net, when I'm fuck me, I'm just gonna fucking leave the voice chat and come back. That didn't happen.
I just heard the word net
wait.
fuck me. That's all I heard.
Hey,
And Nat, have you fucked me already?
what the fuck just happened?
Sorry.
So I think we're stopping tonight's game.
You want Net to have sex with you? That's what it sounds like.
I mean, what can I say? I'm clearly a Giga Chad online. So
Listen, I'm gone for like 2 minutes trying to search for one file, and you already want to rape Net. The hell?
What do you mean already? I've always wanted to.
Fucking hell.
Is it-
I am gonna stop this bloody stream right now.
Guys, I'm not sure if Net's still streaming, but I am still recording.
Well, I should probably stop streaming at this point. I think we stopped the Stellaris game anyway, so there's no gameplay.
Wait. Net and Joe, have we decided whether we're going to continue on without webcam?
I think we should stop.
I'd be happy to continue, but I'd be happy.
Well, Net said we should stop. So.
Yeah, like it's.
No. I wasn't gonna say my opinion matters more than anyone else's. I'd say.
Yes, but that's what we all imply, you know, because it's the truth.
I mean,
for me.
If you save the game on your end, it is possible to continue the game single player, which is what I've done a couple of times.
Yeah, but that's gay as fuck.
I mean, it's entirely up to you.
Sort of a war games, the simulation to see if I could potentially take.
Imagine having so little friends that you have to play Stellaris on single player.
It's not that.
Saying, please?
No.
Can I finish what I'm saying,
yes.
Please, you annoying. Anyway,
no strong
I was going to say that I essentially remember that time when Tent took my capital.
No.
Oh yes, I remember that quite well.
Yeah.
The many times it's happened.
No, the time where I was using that strategy where your capital is the only, where you literally, no matter the habitat.
You were playing tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be wide actually. That would be the closest thing
okay.
to wide, while being surrounded on all sides by Star Nations close to me. Anyway, so yeah, I essentially popped into single player after that to see if. Simulate to see if I would have actually been able to rebuild or potentially even retake the capital. And with the right set of moves, or with the right, with the right chess pieces.
Yes, if we open up command prompt.
No, not command prompt.
No, I know what you mean.
Turns out losing the capital wasn't that much of a blow to me. I lost a bit of food, a bit of minerals.
But you were able to bounce back, so that's good.
That just sounds like a shit strategy then. Because if you said you only built up your capital and then your capital wasn't that much of a blow to you.
No, I didn't only build up my capital. I built up all my world. It's just my capital was not focused on a city industrial complex. It was essentially focused on mining and farming, so that the rest of my world could do everything else.
Well, anyway, it looks like that's the official game, so I'm going to stop the stream.
Even then, I didn't lose much